Throw cheese at him.
Sup? Sup, everybody? Hi. Hello. Wait, hold on. There we go. Hi. We're good? Yes. Hello. Yo. Hi. Hi, Happy. Hi, Spion. Hi, everybody else. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. It is I, Lance. And today, we are gathered here to play Star Rail. We have the very simple task of playing Star Rail today. We're not pulling for anybody here. What happened is that this lady is out. This lady who is called the Dahlia is out, and I will say she is quite hot. I mean literally she is a fire element character. But we won't be pulling for her because I mean I have enough to get her most likely. But she probably fulfills a role that I don't need at the moment because I'm not using break characters, and I'd much rather save them for whatever the heck is coming next patch. Because from what I've seen, it could be very interesting. As much as it pains me not to pull for this lady because she is very hot. There's a Dalek. Is that a Doctor Who thing? Wait, what the fuck? Is the what? Wait, what? Is the clip thing broken? What happened here? Wait, what? What do you mean create clip URL? Huh? Well, that's bizarre. I imagine the clip didn't get created either then, right? It was broken since last week. But I thought last week was I thought what was happening last week was that it was just not working, you know, because of Twitch issues. All of Twitch was having issues for me that time. I thought it was just that. Well, god dang it, I'll have to look into it then. That's strange. I'm pretty sure the clip command was a streamer bot command, was it not? Actions. Create clip. Create clip. Yeah. The clip didn't come out. Yeah, but the difference is that time the message didn't even come up, so the clip itself was never created. The difference now is that the difference now. Wait, why is there a keyboard press that says Control F10? Oh, because Control F10 is the replay buffer. Oh, wait, what happens if I test this and I turn on replay buffer or something? I don't know. I don't know if that does anything. Well, I'll figure out what's going on with that. Yeah, no, create clip URL. That's so weird. What the heck? Okay, well, I'll figure it out what the heck is going on with that later. That's bizarre. That's bizarre. I highly doubt it's just because of the replay buffer. The clip creation doesn't have anything to do with the replay buffer. But oh well. Welcome on in, everybody. Hi Len as well, by the way. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we have the very simple task of playing the new story, because I am not pulling for anybody, so we don't need to do any... We don't need to do any shenanigans about, you know, pulling rituals or whatever the frick, because I'm not interested in pulling for Dahlia, as hot as she is. I am interested, however, in seeing what the heck the plan is for her in the story, because this is the first patch post Amphoria's story, which is very interesting. It's very interesting simply for the reason that it is a Penacony story. Yes, we're going back to Penacony after like a year of being stuck in Amphorius, to apparently make things straight. In the sense that there has been some things that didn't make a lot of sense about Penacony's story that we experienced even. And the game, and then in the story, they're like, do you really remember what happened? And so apparently we might be patching up some holes that were left behind. Some of those were already teased by Hoyo in the trailers and whatnot. Sorry to be held back there, but yeah, I would grab all of that with a very, very big grain of salt. All we know for sure is that the new update, the one that comes after this one, is going to be coming out in 8 weeks as opposed to 6 weeks. And everything else, I would treat it as pure speculation, because it does bother me that narrative has. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that there isn't something going on, but I don't think people should be taking I don't think people should be taking that and already making giant assumptions as to what the heck is going on in the game, because nobody knows. Not even leakers know. The whole reason why this spiraled out of control is because the leakers themselves kind of became too popular at this point, and so even people that don't follow leaks are kind of aware of what's going on, and that upsets me. That upsets me because there's been just a huge wave of misinformation that's been going on. Because nothing the leakers said should be treated as fact unless we have like concrete proof of it, which sometimes we do, thanks to actual beta builds and stuff that we actually do get to see, because people do get their hands on that. Anything else is just pure speculation. Clearly something happened. I'm not sure what it is that happened that made the dev team decide to make this patch a bit longer, and that's it. That's all we know. We literally have no idea what happened in the background, what's happening in the background. That being said, whatever happens next patch is not relevant for today, because we are in today dealing with the new story, which, by the way, it's called a finality mission. Now that is scary. It being called finality mission is scary, because what do you mean finality? Finality, as we know, if you don't know, is the path that the Stellaron hunters follow, and this story does have to do with Firefly, at least in part. That black cat could be Elio. I'm not sure. I have no idea where that cat. I have no idea where that cat came from. Either way, it's interesting. They're not calling this a continuance. like how they called previous stories that were, where is it? Previous stories that happened before. No, that's ow. Took a while, but I got cheese. Okay, there you go. Oh well. Is the Jimmy command working at least? No, wait, no. The Jimmy command won't work on Twitch. Jimmy does not have a command on Twitch. The Jimmy command only works on YouTube. And that one we already know that it works. The cheese prophecy. Yes, that is it.
Hey Lance, give me a pizza with nothing.
I mean, I would assume the pizza would have nothing because you threw the cheese at me now. Wait, where was I? Right, I wanted to see where the heck is it? Is it this? No. Is it this? Yes, it's this. Okay, thank God. Okay. This tells us all the story, right? So if we go, for example, to the Shenso, we have section 1, we have section 1, 2, and 3. This is fine. This is essentially the acts. But then we have continuance 1, continuance 2, and continuance 2 again. But it's just they're 2 different parts. These are stories that happened way later that are kind of just like small continuations of events that happened here. But like they aren't exactly main in the sense that they don't advance the main story forward a whole lot. Everything that happens in them is canon and all that, yes, but nothing in it is incredibly important. I mean, it is important, but in the sense that it isn't a major story update. It's like a minor story update, you know? They have different icons, different colors, and everything. Yarilo 6 also had a couple of these. It had the, well, not a couple. It had the Pokemon one. And even the Herta Space Station had one with the Run May event. And Amphoria's, well, Amphoria's just ended, but it does say to be continued. So, we will probably get some Amphoria's continuations sometime. Probably at some point next year, maybe involving potentially bringing back Amphoria's into the real world, anchoring it to the real universe instead of just, it being memories. But Penacony has its own continuances already. We have played these. There was one with Dr. Primitive and all the bananas and stuff with Rappa and whatnot, and then the Fate Stay Night event is technically canonically a continuance, so it is canon somehow. But the new story isn't exactly that. It is a main story. It is part of the main story. It has the same icon. And it is not called Trailblaze Mission as they are usually called. This mission is called Finality Mission. It worked on Twitch. No, it didn't. You redeemed the Jimmy channel point thing. That worked. The command Jimmy won't work on Twitch. I mean, you can write it, but it won't really trigger anything. You can't gaslight me. I know that. You gotta try harder than that to gaslight me. My friend just told me that hot chocolate with water is the best thing ever. You put milk in it, though. That may be rage bait. Either way, let's go friggin' play this new story and see what's up. I'm curious to see what they're doing. Sunny or Day-san, as she says it in Japanese. That's funny. Put milk or eggnog in it. I don't even know what eggnog is. That's just not a thing here. Another thing that I wanted to say. I forget what it is. What I wanted to say. Dang it! I had an idea piled up and I forgot what it was. Oh, I have this on me now. By the way, it's the thing you get after reading all of the Amphoria's book and stuff. Yay! Oh, and I bought that for Pom Pom. Pom Pom's now in sleepwear. Hi, Sunny. Weird that we don't get a story recap. Usually we've been getting those the whole time. Strange. Miss March 7th is looking for you everywhere. She wants to develop photos. She told me that if I see you, I should remind you to check your messages. There's like a weird blinking in my monitor. I can't tell if that's a graphical error or if it's a monitor error. You probably can't see it on stream. It's nothing too big. Some things you missed are actually extremely important. What do you mean? This is a gift for you. What happened? This is the perfect music for this situation. We're just listening to Sunday Sisters music. Someone's making a sparkly return today. You haven't forgotten that, have you, Sparkle? I don't like the way you said that. If there's a sparkly return, that may mean that Sparkle is involved here, and I don't like the idea. Nothing good ever happens when she's involved. Oh, what the fuck? What's going on here? What do you mean, big sis Dahlia? I mean, I know that she's part of the main story, but why are you all acting like you know them, like you know her? We'll be companions again? The elegant nameless, it says here. Oh god, I like the way they make her hat cover up her face. It's very menacing. Deliberately picked up my pace for that, though sadly, I still missed out on some things. What do you mean, had you joined the Amphorian expedition? Where's Black Swan? Big Sis Dahlia? What do you mean, Big Sis Dahlia? And you are? Oh Jesus. Oh, that's kind of creepy. No, I'm not joking, Dan Hung. I know that she's a cremator. They kind of spoiled that in the special program. She's always preferred the latest new thing. Maybe she picked up that bad habit from me. What have you been doing here, my girl? Look, you may be hot, but you are kind of insane. Look, all I see is Nerissa Ravencroft. But what the fuck? What are they? What? Something's not right. What did you do? I can't say those things. Why is it blue? The Annihilation Gang, Everflame Mansion. You recognize it? You recognize her because of that? Don't tell me you forgot something. It's almost as if you made me forget. Isn't that what cremators do? They kind of just want to burn down every memory. Did Amphorius give me amnesia? How could you forget about Big Sis Dahlia? Y'all are freaking me out. What do you mean the one who helped you suppress the Stellaron? That was Welt. No, this is some fuckery going on. I know for a fact you left the Express that stop. The Hololive girls have been playing Star Rail recently, and I've rewatched it, so I know for a fact you've left the Express, at least for a little bit, in that stop. Anything else she did? Let Namine into SSR. Wait, does Namine also mess with memories of people in Kingdom Hearts? Is that what it is? I know that name. She dealt the final blow to the Lord Ravager the first time we went to the Shenso. That's why Big Sis Dahlia had to go back to the garden to recover and couldn't join us in Penacony. This is freaking me out. Dahlia's been trailblazing with us for a while. She's the most ambitious and talented of the nameless. What is all this? I've spent more time with her than anyone else. She's the Express's resident expert when it comes to matters regarding memories. There's no way Imagine if they retcon her. I guess it would be retconning her into having been part of the Express and all that for the longest time. But no, this doesn't make any sense. Hi, Ink. Welcome on in. Something when you play. Wait, recom? What is recom? Is that like a when is always amazing? I hope you play the same. Ooh, I'm excited. No lie, I am curious of what they're doing. Right? Like, I mean, it already started shocking to say the least. But hi, Lost. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll save the welcome party for dinner. Could it be that whatever it is that she's doing? Oh, rechain of memories. Okay, that's the one. Okay. Could it be that whatever she's doing just simply does not affect the Trailblazer? Where's Black Swan? You did something with Black Swan, didn't you? I get the feeling that because Black Swan should be here with us, shouldn't she? It's not like this hasn't happened before. Leave it to Big Sis Dolly. I hate this is I'll go play Among Us. I hope you have fun. There what is it that I wanted to say? This is one of my this kind of shit gives me anxiety, but I love this trope. One of my favorite moments in Bleach, for example, is in the Fullbringer arc. Near the end of it, there's a guy, I forget his name, who his power was that he inserted himself into the memories of everybody else. And Ichigo, the protagonist, was the only one that was like unaware, and he knew that the guy was a bad guy, but nobody else was convinced. That whole section of like Ichigo finding out of what was going on, it's nerve-wracking, but I love that. I love messing with people's memories. It's such a cool power. It's always neat to see. Tsukishima, yeah, that guy. Hi, Kay. Welcome on in, by the way. That guy. The Fullbringer arc was not that great, but that moment was awesome. That moment, especially in the anime made it very, very stylish. It all went black and white and stuff. It was super cool. I remember being mind blown when that happened. I was like, holy crap. But then again, it's been a while. It might have been just my teenage brain being like, ooh, memory, cool. But I guess the trope was good enough that it stuck with me, I guess. It hurts like hell. Oh, I hope it gets better. Drink some. Take some. What's the pill that y'all take? Because I take paracetamol, but I don't think you can do that in the US or whatever the heck in other places. But yeah, no. Hope it gets better. Oh, there is an issue with memories. There is an issue with memories, Dan Hung. This is not right. We good? We good? Oh, uh-oh. That's Kafka. What's happening with Kafka? What the? What? What does Kafka have to do with this? You'll face betrayal, lose your way, and seek answers. What the fuck? It was a wish of the cosmos that set you in motion, and in the tale where you are the protagonist, the stars themselves will defy the destiny of finality. Is this story gonna be more related to the Stellaron Hunters than with the Astral Express? Is that why it's a finality mission? What the hell? Did Kafka put in like a safeguard against something like this happening? Is that? What did you do to them? Oh Jesus, she's kind of creepy. Your memories are quite tricky. Is someone protecting? Yeah, it's Kafka. Kafka did something. Let's try again. What? We can summon Jimmy. Yeah, if he's not on cooldown. Was I taken back to What the hell is she doing? So I got the same message as before. Is she leaving? Miss Black Swan is about to say goodbye? Wait, what? What do you mean Black Swan is a... No. Where is she? Bid farewell to Black Swan? Is this something that happened? What is real anymore? What do you mean Black Swan question mark? None of them are Black Swan. Even the vastness of the cosmos isn't too great for those fated to me. Perhaps we'll meet again soon. Black Swan is something urgent and you almost missed her. That's not Black Swan. How many times has this happened already? No. Shut up, March. Shut up, March. I'm busy here. No. We do have to be this direct. Now you're starting to piss me off, lady. You may be hot, but you're not immune to me hating your guts. There's no point in wasting any more effort, right? Your memories are extraordinary. Oh, Jesus Christ. Red eyes. They exist beyond the bounds of time itself. How? Oh, Jesus. Flashing light warning, I guess. Are we in Paniconi just now? Why take memories so seriously? I should probably... Hold on. Can I make the volume a little bit louder? Like that, maybe? Yeah. Would you like me to dim the lights more? I would like you to explain yourself. Haven't harmed your companions. What you've seen stays between us. Were you just messing with the Trailblazers' memories at that point? It may be. I don't need to know who you are. Or just where is this? Why is there a black cat in there? It's a bit complicated to explain. I brought you into my own heart. Is this a Garden of Recollection tech? Or not tech, or like magic, I guess. From her description, she used to be part of the Garden of Recollection, but she left, and then she joined the Annihilation Gang, and then she left because everybody else died in there. We could be watched if we met anywhere else. This is the only place where I can feel safe sharing secrets that should stay between us. Watched by why? By who? Okay, so who are you exactly? I feel a bit hurt if I didn't leave any impression on you at all. Name's Constance. No, you're not an ordinary memo keeper. No. Don't take the piss. You can do what everyone else does and calls me the Dahlia for now. I think I'll call you Constance because I don't like this name. Hi, Sewer. See that?
Hey, what's up? It's Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy. Yes. We do know it's you. Ramirez is really behind on the story. Ooh, don't worry. This is literally the latest. But if you finish Benaconi, maybe wouldn't be so crazy. This doesn't seem connected to Emphorius, at least. But oh well. I very much appreciate the alert, though. I thought that becoming someone you're familiar with would make things easier or simpler. You seem to know a lot about my past. Have you been snooping in my memories? All your questions will be answered. What first question? Oh shit, that's the same mirror that isn't that the same mirror that the memo keeper has for getting into Memory of Chaos? What the fuck am I looking at? What the hell? Witness your own death? Hello? Death was in quotation marks, so... I feel like this is something that we've already gone through in Emphorius. In Emphorius, we already had throughout Emphorius, we had a revelation at some point that we were dead. I know death doesn't phase the nameless. It's practically just another day at the office. It isn't real. It comes from something you're all too familiar with. What? Foreseen by the script! Another possible ending for you in Penacony, but it was prevented by the Stellaron hunters long ago. Oh! Dude, they're really feeding into the theory that that Elio, the Stellaron hunter, the leader of the Stellaron hunters, as far as we know, is the black cat. She's mentioning the script foreseen by she's mentioning the script, and who's the one that runs the script? It's Elio, and Elio so far hasn't had a physical appearance. We've heard him speak. We've heard Elio speak, but we've never seen him. And whenever we've seen the Stellaron hunters, we've never seen Elio, but we have seen a cat with yellow eyes that can turn blue at times. In that one trailer where we saw the alternative endings to Amphoria's, we saw the cat change eye color. So at this point, I'm just 100% convinced that the cat is, at the very least, a manifestation of Elio. The cat may not be Elio themselves, but it may be like the vessel that Elio uses to, I don't know, appear. It was prevented by the Stellaron hunters, you say? It's a tomorrow that never came, a non-existent memory. How do you know about the script? What do you mean, one of them? I can't reveal too much. Even if we are hidden in this place, we can't escape from omnipresent destiny. Wait, are you suggesting that you're a Stellaron hunter? Since when? What? Are you gonna tell me that you went from Garden of Recollection to Gang of Annihilation to Stellaron hunter? I mean, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me, but I'm still confused. I trust you won't be surprised by a Stellaron hunter's sudden visit. After all, that's what our two groups are. The Astral Express travels in pursuit of the light, casting long shadows in its wake. I'm here to tell you one thing. Your memory of Penacony is incomplete. You're about to fill in the gaps, then? I still don't know if I trust you saying you're a Stellaron hunter. Part of it's been stolen. By who? Who did it? Hard to say for now, but the gravity of the situation is clear. Someone might have made you forget some important... Someone? I must help you recover everything about the finality. I do think it's interesting. I've been thinking about... This makes me think. Somebody tampered with the Trailblazer's memory, and she's supposed to help me recover everything about the finality. Now, this is technically separate from the main story, but Apocalyptic Shadow, the game mode, was introduced to us by an NPC that, if I recall correctly, wears a dress and a hat that is vaguely similar to what Dahlia's wearing here. And they also had a lot of spiels about finality. And they are located in Penacony. Now, I don't think that says a lot, but I do think it's interesting. Maybe I don't exactly know. I don't remember. I don't know much of the finality lore to fully, you know, commit to this theory. About what I miss. Well, our memories have been stolen. I'm confused as heck, and there's a dead version of the Trailblazer behind us. And apparently Dahlia is a Stellaron hunter, and she's gonna help us recover everything about the finality. And when she said this, I started thinking about Apocalyptic Shadow and how Apocalyptic Shadow, the NPC that you talk to get into Apocalyptic Shadow, is supposedly a follower of the finality. and they reside in Dreamflux Reef, which is part of Penacony. So Apocalyptic Shadow as a game mode was introduced throughout Penacony, like in the middle of the Penacony story, I think. Honestly, not what I expected at all. Yeah, no, me neither. I mean, we knew that this was basically the main plot of the story. If at least one would know if you had seen the trailer or the live stream, because they did mention it there. But before that, I was not expecting that that's where we were gonna go. I didn't think that we were gonna do that. I thought we were gonna do a follow-up to Penacony, more in the sense of, let's see where Penacony is, how Penacony is doing now, and what happens after Emphoria's kind of thing. I didn't think that we would be going literally back in time, quote unquote, to fix in the holes left behind. I didn't think about that. And in retrospect, it makes sense, because there were a lot of small little tidbits in Penacony that didn't make a lot of sense. Now, whether they were intentional or not, I have no idea. Some people were keen on calling some people were keen on calling this a retcon patch, which I don't care to argue against that, because if you're looking at it from a negative point of view, say you were disillusioned with Star Rail story from before, and you're like, oh, look at that their story's so ass that they're doing the patch to retcon it. Like, no. I personally thought that the Penacony story was really good. It had its issues, yes, but I never thought that any of the plot holes, if you want to even call them plot holes, were bad. Some of the things that happened were kind of rushed, not very well explained, but I never thought that they were plot holes per se. You know, I thought that they hand-wavy explained it, and that was it, and I guess that was a point of criticism, but I didn't think it was a plot hole per se, you know? So it makes me wonder if Hoyo always had that idea. It makes me wonder if Hoyo... There's too much void that needed to be fixed. Yeah, there was a lot. Like, in retrospect, when I found out that this is what the patch was going to be, I was thinking back on Penacony, and I was like, wait, no, you're right. There were a lot of things that we straight up just did not know. There's a point in the story where stuff just happened. stuff just happens, and it's just glossed over. For example, most importantly, Firefly's return. Like, after we see Firefly get impaled by Sleepy, sometime later we see Sam, sometime later we see Sam again, and then armor comes off, and boom, it's Firefly. Now we're going to Dreamflux Reef, and we find out that Sleepy is actually just a good guy that just brings people to Dreamflux Reef. There's like a whole thing that we just kind of accepted. We were just kind of like moved along. It's part of the reason why a lot of people said Penacony needed a few more patches to you know, a few more patches to properly explain everything that happened. But maybe this was their plan all along. Maybe they always wanted to. Maybe they, from the get-go, they wanted to introduce Dahlia to fix this. Maybe. I don't know. It's curious. I'm interested. But we'll see. We'll see how this plot hole, how these quote unquote plot holes are going to be filled. Because a lot of people are quick to call things plot holes when this is a live service game. It is a story that is continuous. It is a long story, a long running narrative that just has not plot holes, but plot points that haven't been resolved yet. One Piece, for example, doesn't really have that many plot holes. There are a couple of things that you would say are inconsistencies, but a lot of things are straight up just plot points that we do not know about. Like there's an enigmatic entity called the Man Marked with Flames. We don't know who that is. There's a potential array of people that who it may be. We just don't know. That's not a plot hole. That's just a plot point that hasn't been resolved yet. But because the story is long and it needs to take its time to get there, people just don't have a lot of patience, and they just call them plot holes. But that's a whole other thing. I breadcrumbs. Well, if it helps with the headache, I guess. But I'm curious about this. Everything about the finality. And this, like, if this is about the finality and the trail and the mission is not really a trailblaze mission and it is rather a finality mission, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Maybe later on we will see more finality missions that aren't exactly retconning things or going back to previous stories to like patch things up. Maybe they're stories specifically related to the the Stellaron Hunters. It could be. There's also a specific. It might be that finality missions actually do help us fill in the blanks. Not just with stories that we've played, but with stories we haven't. We've been told time and time again that the Trailblazer in the past somehow has traveled with the Stellaron Hunters. But if you play Star Rail, it makes no sense. If that happened, it happened before the main story of Star Rail begins. So maybe finality missions will have us recover those memories. So maybe this was Hoyo's plan. This truly was the plan for the story all along. Like, this is what I'm thinking about, right? So no, I don't think this is a patch that is going to retcon everything because they messed up on Amphorius, not on Penacony, not necessarily. But I do think it's interesting. Like, at the end of the day, I do think it's interesting, regardless of the actual cost for this. we never really know what's happening in the Hoyo. That's the thing. A lot of people just like make their own assumptions. A lot of people make their own assumptions about what goes on in Hoyo as a company, but we don't really know. It's before the game starts. There's like an unspecified amount of time between the Trailblazer traveling with the Stellaron Hunters and then being sealed in Herta space station, and then being reawakened. We don't know what happened there. So if finality missions are all about, you know, filling in the blank spaces of the Trailblazer's memory, I'm all for it. But I'm gonna say that my memory's intact. Have you ever kept a gentle pet that can always guess what's on your mind, actively trying to please you? Memories work in the same way. Once your brain discovers a void, it'll carefully fill in the gap on its own, whether you need it or not. Yeah, that's kind of real. That is kind of real, not gonna lie. I will awaken your memories and save the cosmos' future. The Trailblazer's memories are key to saving the cosmos' future? Take this chance to peek into your past, which if you ask me should be quite interesting. I'm still curious as to what the heck was Kafka's... See, this is what doesn't make sense to me. If Kafka was prepping the Trailblazer to be weary by saying you will be betrayed, it feels weird that the Dahlia would introduce herself as a Stellaron hunter. On the questions you know will have a answer in this report. Oh yeah, no, I know. I just like to ask these questions as we go on. Don't worry about it, don't worry. Strictly business? What do you mean? Dude, and they bust out the eye contact for this line. Let me touch you a little bit. Come on now. Some people are going to be happy about that, I bet. You'll need some gentle stimulation to recover your memories. Back to where it all began and see what went wrong. Jesus Christ. Don't let memories overwhelm you. Don't worry about getting lost. Remember my voice. I will guide you back. Go to Pizza Tower? Go right ahead. Hope you have fun. What the fuck? Hi, Firefly. Whoa, this is a crazy CG. Why are her eyes all dead like that? When was this? Like a rough start. Chaos is pretty normal. And you remember where the beginning of Penacony? Yes. Yes, I remember. One of the things that people remember from Penacony that was weird is how when we got in, we slipped into a dreamscape somehow. And that shouldn't be possible because we never really like went into a pod or something like that. And I think the hand-wavy explanation that was kind of implied was that the memoria around the Astana system was already being, you know, what's the word? Unstable. And so we kind of just faded into a memory without even realizing. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's an actual explanation as to why that happened. Grand celebration of the harmony was about to begin. As fate would have it, an invitation found its way into your hands. The family's esteemed guests are cordially invited to Penacony. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the watchmaker. And thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber? Yes, that was key in Penacony. Aventurine! We did meet him. NBC executive who appeared to be answering the invitation alone, but was actually there to reclaim lost territory. It used to be... Did the IPC used to own Penacony? I forgot about that detail. Oh, Jesus Christ. That kind of scared me. It also... Kirby felt like... Kirby felt like he fell directly into Aventurine's chest pocket here. Hi, Miss Direwolf. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It was funny because I did get a WhatsApp message and my browser did the book, you know, the notification sound, and then it played the notification sound and you immediately afterwards sent the Kirby fall. So it kind of lined up. It's as if the WhatsApp message just sent Kirby flying. I'm Miss Direwolf. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're confused as all hell as to what's going on here. But we should be like this actually now. Oh, there's Sunday. Oh my god, old school Sunday. Remember when he used to look like that? The bastard. Former head of the Oak family, pathstrider of the Order, who would soon usurp the power of the Harmonious Choir and become your enemy. Yeah. Look in the background because I need to eat in banyues here. Oh, hell yeah. If you're pulling, good luck, I suppose. I did see you be excited about that, so yeah. Also her sister, Robin. She was meant to perform on stage, but got caught up in a series of unfortunate events and in the end found herself as lost as any bystander. There have been gaps in your memories from the very beginning. So, our memory... Wait, so... You know what? I'm gonna stop asking questions. With her, with Robin? Oh no. Okay, Firefly. She called herself an artist, was hunted down by the family. Yeah, because she was supposedly a stowaway. One of the things that the promotional material for this patch mentioned was, how did Firefly go into Penacony if she wasn't in the hotel and she didn't have a proper dream capsule or whatever? And if I recall correctly, the hand-wavy explanation that they gave is that Silverwolf somehow managed to sneak her into Penacony by the hacking magic or whatever. So, we'll see what the truth is, I guess. What you see as a first encounter is actually a long-awaited reunion for her. That girl who could neither enter dreams nor wished to wake. Why did she slumber with you? Oh my god. That's real? Firefly? In her pod thing? Didn't we see this in the in the last Stellaron Hunter trailer? Can't hear anything, nothing exists except darkness. This is rough. Is it breaking? Why do people long for this? Well, if you put it like that, then yes, it doesn't sound very pleasing. But trust me, sleeping is quite nice. Oh, there's Silverwolf. What's gonna hurt? Surgery? You can't recover the ability to dream. Bro, the blinking is going crazy. I'm starting to get scared about it. It might be a GPU thing, actually. Is there anything else I need to do? Yeah, please don't die.
休んでて調整が終わったら夢に入れるか
Once
ら
the calibration is done, I'll let you officially enter the dream in quotation marks. Okay, so I was right. Silverwolf kinda did help her, right?
あの夢
I'll
の
be able to enter that land of the dreams. Paniconi.
あんまり期待しない方がいいよただの名前だし
Just a nickname? Your dream might not come true? What do you mean by that?
この日を待ってたの人はいつも
People always describe it this way. Once you wake up, it vanishes without a trace. That's why sweet dreams are so precious.
自分を慰めてるだけみたいに聞こえるけど
You're just trying to make yourself feel
そう
better.
かもねでもまた出会えたらその時は
When the day we cross paths again arrives, I think I'll pretend we've never met and get to know you
君
anew.
を知るところから始めるね
She's talking about the trailblazer here.
私たち約束したのだからもうすぐ再会できる
I'm
のに
curious about this. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. RX 9070 XT. Blinking border game? I don't know. Black screen flickering? It's not necessarily... MPO? What is MPO? Disabling MPO? Huh. MPO disable registry. Strange. I've seen that happen in multiple games. Oh, it's gone. It's gone now.
もうとっくに忘れられる
Strange. Strange. Okay. Oh, it's back. That's weird. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe it's a thing with FreeSync or something. I do use that. It might be a monitor thing. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Maybe a monitor thing. What happens if I turn off FreeSync? Oh, motherfucker. No, it's still happening. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I should not have done that. I should not have done that. Oh, wait. We're good. We're back. We're back. That does it. Okay, wait. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. It moved everything. It moved all my it moved all my screens and shit. Okay. We're good now. I don't know how that looked on stream, if it changed anything, but it put the game, for some reason, it put the game in the other screen for me.
私は覚えてるから
I won't forget.
この物語
No matter how this story ends, I wanted to begin with a smile.
見た未来に
In the future, Elia foresaw we never had an ending, but I still have the chance to wrestle back from fate the right to have a beginning. Nothing was changed. Yeah, but you can't see you can't see what I'm seeing, and that's the thing that's funny. I think it might just be a monitor thing, or either it might be like a desync or something with the monitor and the GPU. Or I have no idea. And it's only in specific scenes too, I guess. I don't know. It happens sometimes.
何考えてたの
See, it's happening here. It's getting stronger. I can't tell what it is. How are we doing on performance? We're not using that much memory anyways. I mean, we are using memory, yes, but... Huh. Strange. Anything hard over there?
うんちょっとぼ
Unless you
ーっとしてただけ
No, you can't see it. I'm looking at the preview here, and I don't think you can see it.
夢は初めて見るしまだちょっと慣れないけどここは現実とあまり変わらないみたい
I I'm back. Where were we? Ah, shit, I had to speak to my mom for a sec. Hold on. First time dreaming. Okay. So she is dreaming. Okay. Everything here just seems like the real world. It's mind-blowing to think that I'm actually still lying in a life support pod. So this is... So, okay, so nothing... Oh, sorry. Nothing was exactly retconned. The Astral Express has arrived. Can we avoid the family surveillance? ID's already taken care of, but there's a snack. Let's walk and talk. Head to the room I prepped. Okay. Non-existent iron cavalry. I do have Firefly myself, so we can bust out the old break team. Chicken strips? Ooh, hell yeah. I don't think I've ever had chicken strips specifically, but heck yeah. If you want my break setup is literally the OG break team. It's literally what's her face? Wait, what's the break team? What am I missing? It's Ran Mei, Firefly, Lingsha, and who was the fourth one? Who was the fourth member of my break team? I can't see my pre-made teams here for some reason. It wasn't Gallagher, I know that much. But I'm missing someone else. Oh, Harmony MC. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's how old it was. We can switch her path to Harmony. There you go. There we go. You can put her there. There you go. This is my OG team. I haven't used this team in ages. I don't think this is a strong team anymore. Like back when I pulled for Firefly and Firefly and Ran Mei, this team was strong. Nowadays, I don't probably not. Oh hey, Akaran. Lost resident. I should be on the right path. Oh right. So wait. So this is after the express arrived. Yeah, the flickering isn't happening anymore. Actually, the flickering isn't happening anymore. It might have just been. It just depends on whichever scene is happening, and it isn't because I'm streaming either. Dahlia makes breaks teams against him, but I don't know if it'll be good in the long run. Much like anything in Star Rail, probably not. Probably not. Like even the strongest team today, which is like what Caster is, will eventually be phased out. That's kind of just how it is with the meta. But that being said, I think you can still clear a lot of content with old characters, provided you something on the mic. Provided you built them maybe a bit stronger than back then. So what's the problem? I had a helper to slip into Penacony ahead of time to snoop around. Sparkle? Family's borderline all-knowing and all-powerful in the dream. Yeah, that's how they were. Is there an emanator of the Harmony? Not of the Harmony. Does Sunday count? Could be a phenomenon. Can't say for certain. An Axa team will fall off before 4.x storyline have been finished. I'll see. We'll see. We'll see what 4.0 comes, because the leaks say that there's a new path, but we haven't seen much of it. So if it's like Remembrance, we may be seeing a repeat. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, just like the script says, no matter how you sneak in, you will be found out. So like the script, okay. Not even a single gap, even for a couple of seconds. It's not that we can't create one, the problem is that you're too powerful. What? Feels like Remembrance, I'm gonna cry. I really wanna hope that they've realized the problem with Remembrance as a path, and they've adjusted what the path may mean. What is it? In because the thing with Remembrance is that it was supposed to just be what? Characters with summons, and that's all. But what ended up happening is that it's a path that does everything. A lot of like Hyacinth is a remembrance path because is a remembrance is a remembrance character because she has little Ika, but everything she does is essentially what an abundance character does with an added fuck ton of personal damage as well. So remembrance characters kind of do everything. So hopefully they've course corrected, and whichever the new path is, which is probably going to be Elation, is a little bit more specific than that, and we don't have a character that if you pull, it does everything. Because if that is the case, it's gonna be annoying. And then the biggest problem is the freaking lack of light cones and stuff. That's the worst part. Because there's like no free-to-play accessible light cones. And Remembrance characters are so broad in scope that the specificity of the free-to-play light cones is useless. But oh well. Here in Penacony, you're a colossal threat. They'll be on you even if you just try to enter the dream. There's nothing more new because at this point, Linkship, for example, could be... Yeah, honestly, Remembrance did not need to be a path. They could have just be normal characters with summons, and they could have like balanced stuff around the summons. They could have done that. They could have gone that direction, but instead, no. They added a new path, and they plan on adding another one, which is... It's crazy because like if for a while I thought that for a while I guess everybody thought that paths were going to be more like elements in Genshin, where after a year or so they added Dendro, and then Dendro opened up a whole world of possibilities for reactions and all that, but it was just an element. We always knew it was going to be there. Remembrance kind of felt like an afterthought as a path, as a playable path. It didn't really feel like there would be a new path in Star Rail, but no, here we are. Especially because every path was so well defined in what they did. Oh god, I got a weird lightning strike in my arm there. That means even if I manage to sneak in, I won't be able to escape the family's pursuit. And the brawl won't change a thing. This is their turf, and you'd be throwing your life away. What's your plan? Family still hasn't figured out who the Stellaron Hunter Sam really is, right? At least not this branch. Let's use that to our advantage. I'll activate Firefly Type 4 and attack the Reverie Hotel. What? Everything security won't be able to keep me in check. Create a commotion to force Sam into the spotlight. I'll rush back here to stop at top speed, and while the chaos is still fresh, I'll dive into the dream as Firefly. Wait, you haven't... Wait. Explain again? I'll attack the real Reverie Hotel? No, but you can't do that. You're in a life support pod, IRL. Oh wait, are you no, this is the real. Oh, I see. This isn't the dreamscape. This is real. This is the real. Oh, okay. It's not worth it to expose our trump card Sam just for an uncertain gamble. Might as well give it a shot. Let me extrapolate the route and calculate the security response time. How the fuck did that happen then? I mean, it is still just, what is it? It's still just Silverwolf magic, but Silverwolf didn't just get Firefly into Penacony, into the dreamscape. No. She got Firefly to somehow have a physical appearance and form within, you know, the actual the actual physical existence of Penacony, I think. Finally beat Soulmaster in Hollow Knight. Let's go. Congrats. It's only going to get harder from here. But rather not. No. If you beat Soulmaster, that's good. That's good. That's like the first major filter in the game, if you will. If you beat him, you're ready for everything else that the game will throw at you. It won't get easier, but you beat one of the hardest early challenges. My readings show security is practically non-existent. That doesn't match what you told me. Describe to me what you see. Wait, what? What? It's just your standard hotel setup. Sofa, dream pool,
ド
and
リームプールでしょう。それから
what? Oh, that's Acheron. That's not your room, girl.
誰もいるは
There's
ず
no
ない
one here. I knew it. What you're seeing isn't quite the same as the surveillance, I say.
なんでこんなこと
What
に
does that word? Let me fix it. Wait, what is happening? Dreams are never as simple as they seem. How about now?
さっきと同じ
You
場所
haven't gone anywhere. You've been here the whole time saying weird stuff. What?
夢は
What?
初めて見るしまだ
To
ちょ
break
っと
the
慣れない
broken vessel to get more. Oh yeah, broken vessel is a fun fight.
現実とあまり変わらないみたい
Everything here just seems like the real world. Oh, none of that. Yeah, it shouldn't have felt like the real world. I thought you were just being stubborn. Wait, so how did that happen? Did you just accidentally slip into the real world version? But like,
さっきまでのこと脚本の指示通り
we secured this discarded dream pool. Wasn't easy. Some IPC lackey decided to fight us for it.
半端に
IPC? Not like they won. Converted into a life support pod. Right now, we're both drifting at the edge of the Astana system.
感覚向き
We're using the synesthesia dreamscape, but since I haven't made it into the real Penacony,
この景色は美しい夢
Senior doesn't exactly scream sweet dream. It's probably some kind of buffer zone. Just I just know it's probably a mirage. Oh.
ホテル襲撃
Plan to attack the hotel won't work. The only thing you can attack right now is me.
それって私の正体がまだバレ
Just one step away from the 12 hours?
悪いことの中
He's harder than Saltmaster. I don't remember him being harder than Saltmaster, no. We always managed to find a silver lining in a pile of bad news. At least things are much clearer now. Let me take a look elsewhere. Maybe I'll stumble upon a good entrance to become a stowaway. Okay, so now we're properly in the place where we become a stowaway.
か聞こえなかった
The frick was that?
記憶域で変な音がするのはよくあるし繰り返す記憶も結構あるらしいよ
And memories of the past will play over and over again. What the heck?
これは違うこの音
Oh, that's the swarm.
間違いない
Those are swarm noises. Yeah. But they weren't in Penacony. What the heck?
でも
But why? Shouldn't you take cover first?
その必要はないよ奴らのことはよくわかってるから
Oh, jeez. You know them, huh?
とも限らないよ
Not necessarily the real propagation. The star system went through the swarm disaster long ago, remember? It was anything but small.
つまり
Just an echo from the past? In theory, yes.
だといいんだけどねもしかしたらミームみたいなものかも
More like a meme in the actual, you know, traditional definition of meme. A mimetic entity. A fear buried in the Estanians' hearts like a nightmare.
じゃあ
So the scrapes really isn't under the family's control. Maybe you're right. Let's keep searching down and see for what they really are.
見ればわかる
We do get to fight.
本質は同じ
We do get to fight with my old ass Sam team. This should always be an absolute menace, as they tend to be. I feel like dogs, that's just a common Dawn thing.
全てが燃え尽きるまでファイア生きるために
Well, for these fights, Firefly should be okay. What I'm worried for, way too weak. What I'm worried for is potentially the boss fight, because the boss fight will probably incentivize you having some kind of break, character, and that's annoying. It's Penacony mobs, so this team should be good, yeah. Starting to get past those stupid guys that shoot you on the way. Oh yeah, no. There are some in Silksong it's the exact same. The flyer mobs are the most annoying ones. Oh, look at those numbers. I'm doing 200. I'm doing like 100k, and I feel strong. That's very cute. Sure.
近隣万象いずれ過ぎゆくまた
Don't do that.
これ生きるために
Get fucked. I did play a Firefly team on Currency Wars, and it was very fun. But it was less a Firefly team and more a Himeko team because they kind of synergized together. Because Himeko was kind of like shoehorned into the break team as well. So yeah, she is very fun over there. Shortcut I can unlock? I don't think so, man. I mean, I don't remember. I couldn't tell you. It's been ages since I played Hollow Knight. Remains are gone. Was it just an illusion formed by Memoria? Figures. No wonder a scrapped dream pool isn't worth a dime. Without the family's protection, any regular visitor here is just begging for trouble. I don't have a break team and the boss is clearly made for a break team. Ooh, it would be even worse if you don't have a break team. I wonder if I'll be able to somehow be okay, because my break team is outdated. Like, I don't even have Fugue. That's the thing. You can just actually go around them. No one said you have to pay attention to the bugs. That's your bad habit. leave her alone. She's traumatized by those things. Come on now. She was genetically engineered to just fight those things until they stopped living. She couldn't do anything else even if she tried. They all try to do something for the past. They all know it's futile. I was okay without a break team. I used Herta, Sunday, Armsy, and Hyacinth. I mean, yeah. I think that's good, though. I think that's good. It was the worst when early in Amphoria's, I feel like the bosses were very difficult. I remember having trouble with, I think it was 3.0 or 3.1. That had one of the boss fights that really wanted you to have the Herta, and I hadn't pulled for the Herta at that point, and I had to lower the difficulty of that fight because I just kept getting wrecked. But yeah, Starrail was not very good at like balancing that. So we'll see. Reliving old memories isn't always such a bad thing, right? I didn't think we would be going through Firefly's memories. I thought is the Trailblazer seeing all of this? How even is the Trailblazer seeing all of this? Is the Dahlia just feeding them? Is the Dahlia just feeding her, you know, these memories that don't exactly belong to her? Or like, what's the deal? Head to the main lobby. She'll send someone to meet you. Ordinary lab 3 mod is the first piece of tower that has a very fast pizza. I don't know what any of that means. I'm sorry, but I do not what any of that means. That one's a masked fool. Yep, it's Sparkle. Are those different? The mech won't start? They're not looking at her. Are they running away? Is Sparkle doing something already? People say I'm gonna love something called Nightmare King Grim. They were being sarcastic. It is quite possibly one of the hardest, I would say the second hardest boss in the entire game. Good news though, it is technically optional. I never beat him. Though part of me kind of wants to go back and beat him, honestly. I feel like if I was able to 100% Silk Song, I should be able to beat Grim. Nightmare Grim, rather. Why aren't they just illusions? There's someone else here beside me. Who is it? Is it Sparkle? Feels strange though. The true Sting died from a high heat reaction and this scar. Oh wait, the other Sam machine. Know it all too well. Iron Tomb was really hard. My teams couldn't do it. Well, Iron Tomb I didn't really have any issue with because by the point I fought it, I did have Cyrene and Hyacinth already. So, well, no, I didn't have Cyrene. I think I think I used the trials. I think I used the trial Cyrene and the Hyacinth I built. I think that's what it was. But I was okay. I also had Evernight, so yeah. Like currently, my team is very strong because the game was kind of shilling it, right? That's usually how it goes. I'm sure that in a couple of versions, that team will not be as strong. We're starting the Grim Quest and I won 12% of the game. Oh, really? Hell yeah. See, that's a... What is it your memories being messed up here? Swarm is one thing, even for Memoria. Why would Glamoth's Iron Cavalry appear in Penacony? I think it's this faulty... thing that you're... What is it? The Dream Pool. That's a Cerebral to my Anaxatine because I don't have her. And once I added her, I bullied Iron Tomb. Oh, right. They gave... That's what I did. I think I built the actual team I wanted to build, which was Cyrene, Evernight, Hyacinth, and Remember's Trailblazer, but I used all the trial ones. Yeah. I used all the trial ones. That's why I didn't really have any trouble. I forgot that they gave you all of the Chrysos hairs as trial characters. That was good. That was good because it made the boss fight, like, you know, doable. Especially because trial characters in the Honkai Star Rail tend to be really good, yeah. Wait, what was it? Hope we can see the stars on the next battlefield. Oh, this is like her... This is from her trailer, maybe? AR 21-4. Should be able to find each other. Is that one of her companions from back in the swarm disaster? Is this what dreams are? Is this nightmare your memory? So how did we end up here?
Hey, Vsauce Michael here, and you have unpaid debt you owe me.
I don't think I owe you anything, Vsauce Michael. That's a good one. If anything, Vsauce owes me, because I feel like... Or maybe... No. Maybe I do owe Vsauce some stuff. I have learned quite a bit of stuff from them, so maybe I feel like I should have paid something to them, but I never really did. Regardless. Not the best timing, but that's as far as this first strike goes. Is this Firefly's memories? Strictly speaking, these are my memories. I can't presume to speak for others. Were you witnessing all of these? Why do you call them your memories? Are they memories that you own? You stole them? What's the deal here? You had just arrived in Penacony at the time and were checking in at the hotel. Oh, so this was happening at the same time. And so why did you stop me? Memories are both precious and dangerous. I must be extremely careful in allowing all the details of the past to come to the surface. If too many memories come flooding back at once, it would be too much for you to bear. Okay. But I still can't recall. Damn, Vsauce Michael, I don't owe you anything. Most of us don't, unless you bought something from him and then somehow you didn't pay for it. The dust is being swept aside, speck by speck. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, wow, wait, this is very fourth wall breaking. What the hell? This is the timeline you can access in the game. The part of it was stolen. The memory of Penacony has become clear again. Finality. Infiltrating Penacony. What you just witnessed was her beginning. This stream diverges into two parallel paths. Yours, named the Trailblaze, and hers, named the Finality. Two paths will eventually intersect and reach that moment. We must find more contradictions in the memories. Oh. You still remember her, don't you? Robin, known by all. You encountered her early on at the hotel in reality. She was using the Harmony's powers to help you adjust. After your farewell, she kind of died, quote unquote. She became a victim of a sinister plot used when you saw her again. What did she discover during that time that would make her suffer such a terrible fate? This time we're gonna dig deeper into a past utterly at odds with the memories you hold. Oh shit. Robin's memories are slowly emerging. The moment you first entered the dream. Okay, now we're in the okay. I don't feel anything. You are in a dreamscape after all. Oh yeah, this is after she did the Yamcha pose thing. Our guest here hasn't gotten used to the transition. Fret not. Feeling a sense of weightlessness is normal. I swear, Sunday even speaks differently in this. This is so weird to hear. Guide our friend in getting more comfortable with the new environment. Wait, what? What the fuck? Isn't that the Order's powers? Tuning is still beyond me. Yeah, that's what Sunday does. Oh, so Sunday messed with us. Okay. No, it is not the Order's powers. It is the harmony. What did you do to me? Just did some tuning on you with the resonance of the harmony to allow you to control your limbs freely in the dreamscape. That didn't really happen back then. No, I remember this. Pentagon is a world formed by memoria. Only by fully understanding its nature can you freely move within it. Unless your memory keepers are the Garden of Recollection, it can be difficult to manipulate the memoria as you wish. Once you've been tuned by the harmony, you can use the same laws of physics from the real world to understand how the dream world works. Interesting that you mentioned that. Urge to be a know-it-all, a yapper is what you are. Yeah, it's good to know that your yapper mentality hasn't exactly been retconned. God knows you yapped a ton during the Penacony story. Do we get to walk around in this altered history? Well, not really altered. I don't think I can care up a parrot. Well, I hope it's doing well. No, you weren't feeling well? Losing your voice was just the tip of the iceberg. The real problem lies with the harmony, doesn't it? Oh, so he was aware of that? I remember this being like a thing, yeah. But for some reason it made it seem as if... Or wait, was this when Sparkle was impersonating Robin? I remember this. Okay. Kept it with me this whole time. Dear brother, how are you doing these days? I had intended to visit you at Dewlight Pavilion as soon as possible upon my return, but with the approaching Charmony Festival and your busy schedule, I refrained from troubling you. However, as an urgent matter compels me to share something with you immediately. Since my return to Penacony, I've experienced a peculiar change in my voice. At first, I thought it was caused by exhaustion or illness, but after consulting with the doctors, they assured me that of my perfect health and dismissed my concern. However, my voice worsened over time, and I even experienced periods of complete voice loss. In order to find answers, I conducted many private investigations, even using my idle time out of rehearsals, of course. Eventually, I realized that the harmony in Penacony is not pure. A discord lurking within has tainted my voice of the harmony, which I believe to be the root cause of my vocal issues. That was the Order, and Sunday messing with shit around there. I immediately realized that such levels of interference can only occur if either a powerful external force is pulling the strings or if a senior member of the family is involved. Yeah, Sunday. Further investigation has led me to the latter conclusion. This is an extremely alarming discovery. A traitor has emerged within the family in Penacony, and it is highly likely that this person is one of the 4 family heads. I trust you implicitly, dear brother, because of our promise. Ha! You shouldn't have. With the Charmony Festival on the horizon, I fear this person intends to impede its progress or even use the festival for some ulterior motive. He was doing that, yes. At any rate, I suggest you monitor the other family heads while also prioritizing your own safety. You are the only true family member I have left. Aww. During There's another matter that requires the attention. During my investigation, I learned about the memory zone meme death, and my further inquiries led me to believe that the culprit who directed it to cause a series of incidents is likely the aforementioned traitor in the family. I have collected more clues and am prepared to verify my hypothesis. Rest assured, you can just focus on the preparations for the Shamani Festival. Oh god, burping. Once I've thoroughly investigated death, I'll come and meet you immediately. It won't take long. Given your heavy workload, please take care of yourself. Don't stay in the dreamscape all the time. Spend some time in reality where you are free. I've brought some more specialties from other galaxies. Giant Mo, but yeah. May Sipe we what? Sipe. How do you say this? Will Laffy get hurt? Parrots tend to bite. Parrots do tend to do that, from what I understand. Just all kinds of birds. Like, I've seen enough Jaden Animations videos to know that birds can be like kind of territorial, and they could just like be defensive about what you're doing with them. So yeah, it's a whole thing. I'll uncover the truth before the festival begins, and then you're like, shit, she's onto me. Did something happen? Shamani Festival is approaching, and with all sorts of guests mingling, Mr. Grover Wood, the Dream Master, must focus entirely on preparations, leaving no attention for other matters. The release of traitor in the family, now would be the perfect time to make their move. Yeah, which is why you have to make your move. Since I came back, I haven't seen him. It was an accident, he's gravely ill, and I'm afraid he won't be able to appear in his humanoid form for a while. We never saw Gopher Wood in the flesh, didn't we? That's why we need to help him even more. Leave the investigation to me. Never get involved with death in dreams. You need to sing your heart out. When the curtain rises, no noise will drown out your brilliance. Not even the shadow of harmony itself. Aww. Don't forget to save a good spot for yourself. You're always hiding your true feelings like this. I wonder if she actually suspected him at some point. Acting like everything's fine, but I saw you at Dewlight Pavilion. You were clearly at your wit's end, but you still trusted him in that he wasn't really the orchestrator behind all this. I could still barely manage the tune, but later things just kept getting worse. Something must be wrong with the dreamscape. I wonder if I can even sense any anomalies. So this is just a false alarm. Oniric memoir. You can check all the timestamps of your experiences in the memories you have at any time. All the memories are stored in chronological order based on their own timestamps. Even different points of view follow the same sequential order. For those particularly hazy memories, you can click on the corresponding notes to revisit them in more detail. Experience you gained during the finality mission can also be viewed in Fate's Atlas. What the heck? A faint dissonance nearby. Can already be considered a thing of the past. Perhaps you need a little... Wait, what? Oh. You can click here to review all your memories of Penacony. Oh, and then we go into this thing. Okay, I see. It's kind of like looking at the Fate. It is the Fate Atlas. It is the Fate's Atlas. But we have another side here, which is Finality and Trailblaze. That's interesting. That just takes you to the Fate Atlas, but I meant Fate's Atlas. I imagine you can just go to Fate's Atlas from the missions. Wait, Fate's Atlas. Yes, here. This is in Forest, but if we go back to Penacony, ta-da, all of a sudden we have a thing that says Finality Mission here. Aha. Interesting. I never really did some side questing here, so there's still stuff available. Same as in Penacony, I missed some stuff over here. There's one. I do have to go pee though. Oh, we have Robin. We have a Robin that we could potentially use. But I don't have a team that could use Robin, I think. I don't have a dedicated follow-up attack team. I mean, I have Cypher, but I don't know if there's like something that I could build around Robin. Never did all the side quests? No, I skipped a lot of side quests. There's a bunch of stuff that I never did. I did most of the side quests, I will say that, but there's still a bunch of stuff that I missed. Like I have these ones unlocked, for example, Ah, well, some of these are in Euphorious. Right now, I don't have it. Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, this is the Lancer. This is the Lancer side quest. But some of the main side quests I never really did, actually. Yes. Okay. Give me 1 sec, though. I will go to the bathroom real quick. I'll run some ads. And then I'll return because I got to pee and stuff. Okay. Run ads. Run ads. Give me 1 sec. I will be right back. I didn't realize that the game didn't really have a lot of didn't really have music in the background. But I guess, oh well. I'm back though. Hello. Where are we? Right. We're supposed to find the dissonance. Wait, what does this do? Oh. Ooh, it's the cheat that tells us what. Why do we need it if I'm already seeing a marker over there though? What was the point of me? What was the point of me doing this if this was already pointing to where the marker is? Oh, right. I remember this. I didn't know that Robin was right behind us. I need your help. Yeah, I remember this happening. Can't possibly ignore a beautiful lady in trouble. Yeah. I'm surprised that Robin could just chill in there without being swarmed by, you know, people considering her celebrity status. Wasn't a coincidence. The Bloodhound picked up that strange noise too, just like I did. Stay out of sight for now. If that girl is really an outsider, this could be my chance. Gallagher! Oh my god, remember Gallagher? What's gotten into all of you? Open your eyes and take a good look. Is this lady the stowaway we're looking for? He's the officer sent here by the family to maintain order at the Charmony Festival. Sir, the thing is, we're trying to apprehend a stowaway, and that young lady there looks very suspicious. We're sure she's the one. Take another look, will ya? The witness report says that the suspect is a lad with silver hair. And you guys are going after a girl with silver hair. Does that even make sense? A lad with silver hair? I forget why Gallagher did this. Just get out of my way and I'll take care of this. Something's off. He's not lying, but an officer of the Lovecam family shouldn't fail to sense something is amiss. It's just a misunderstanding. How could such a lovely girl be a stowaway? Just part of the job. If you need help, reach out to me through the young bloodhounds in this area. I wish you an enjoyable experience in this land of dreams. Too many people know me. It wouldn't be wise to follow them so openly. Yeah, this is what I was saying. A few methods of my own. You can shapeshift, don't you? Can't you? You can do like kind of shapeshift, not exactly. You can pretend to be like a little girl or something. You've done this before. Wait, what? A local? She lied as naturally as she breathed. as she breathed. I'm from the Irish family. I work as a stage performer. Right now I'm just the next... Did she say that back in the day? I have most of my Penacony playthrough recorded. I could literally go back and check. It was the only part of the Penacony story that I didn't do on stream. Was the end of like the first patch. Because it was at that time where I thought that I wasn't streaming super consistently, you know? So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this off stream. And then turns out that it was the most important part of the story, and I should have waited and done it on stream because I could have gotten my live we could have gotten my live reaction of Firefly's quote unquote death. But we didn't see it. It was so funny. It was after that point that I decided to, if there's going to be a new Star Rail story, I'm going to play it on stream, all of it. And then from that point onwards, I have streamed every single new Star Rail update since. I have not skipped a single Star Rail update, Star Rail story since then on stream. The only ones that I did kind of skip were the ones that are, you know, about events and stuff like that. But if it's like a Trailblaze continuance or main story, I've done it on stream. I've done it. I even did the banana thing on stream. Okay. Girl claims to be an artist from the Iris family, but I can't hear resonance in her voice. I'll give you a tour of the town. If I'm wrong about this, I'll make it up to you properly. Wait, what did you do exactly? You're just following them right now. Dreamy Slots and Lucky Wheel are pretty straightforward. Yeah, I remember that bit. Maybe this was just a beautiful encounter, nothing more. You were right in suspecting Firefly, but... Should leave the dreamscape and see the sights beyond it. Maybe things will be better in the real world. They split up. Everyone who needs to be here is here. Just a reminder, don't forget about your first death. Wait, you can hear that as well? Haha, you're aware. Girl is definitely not what she seems. Oh, so you're just gonna get closer now. Oh, right. This bastard was here, but it wasn't the real sample. This was Sparkle. Who's this? Things are getting more and more chaotic. Wait, who's that? Oh my god! Shaban! Oh my god, I remember her. I could spot you from a mile away. God, she's so pretty. I will never forget them from not making her a 4-star. Come on now. Drawing too much attention is never a good thing. Anyone under the spotlight seems endlessly charming, but only when you get close do you realize how restless their heart truly is. Charmony Festival is coming up soon and I'm a bit nervous. Oh, you could have helped with the voice thing? Well, I guess they are both Holovian, so maybe that was the maybe that's how she can do something. That'd still be troubling, Yushaban. Well, you kind of did interrupt this basically an espionage mission. And give you a taste of the adult world. Jesus, that line coming from who you think is Sampo is insane. I'll compensate you properly. It's just that right now need some alone time. I get it. It's a date. Catch you later. It's the Harmony Festival after all. As people say, you'll be performing for the Harmony. For one of your tours, I asked you a question. It's been quite a while. I wonder if I find your answer. What? What do you sing for? That's a deep question. Think I got my answer. Instead of words, I'd rather answer with a song. That'd be more convincing, right? Yep. She technically did get to perform, I guess. Just not in like the Harmony Festival or anything like that. It was in the fight against Sunday. If there was more time, we could have had a proper chat. Are they gone now? It was, if I recall correctly, it was after this point that that quote-unquote Sampo takes them to like the Tatalop dream thing. With the giant trash. See, this is stupid. Like, there's already a marker there. So what's the point of giving me this tool that creates a path that just takes me to the marker? Static is gone. Pass through the commercial district. Past the Peppershy Club. Voice just vanished. There's no entrance or exit there. Yeah. Sparkle did some shenanigans. Dream's Edge. It's the underground tunnel. Should have known that place is a hotspot for smuggling cases. I should have pressed those 2 bloodhounds for answers. Hell yeah, Detective Robin on the case. Can't navigate any further from here. Dreamscape construction isn't complete yet. Family never stops weaving sweet dreams, and Penaconi's always maintain good relationship with the outside world. Why would someone choose this moment of all times to plot something sinister? I don't know, ask your brother. Let's see. Was this when Sparkle took him to that dream, or was it when the Trailblazer and Firefly go to the terrace thing? It is Miss Robin. When I joined the Bloodhound family, you were the one who delivered the family's greetings. Oh no, I bet she remembers. Mr. Loca, yeah, of course. It's fucking Robin here. If I'm willing to go, I always make sure to get to know everyone beforehand. Family greetings can't be mere pleasantries. Must be heartfelt blessings. It was so... Robin was so dazzling that I just straight up disappeared for a second there. That was well timed. Do you have anything you need? Have you seen 2 tourists? They both have gray hair, and one of them is a young lady wearing a hair clip. That doesn't narrow it down too much. The hair clip? I can keep an eye out if you'd like. Oh, hi, Sunday. How are you? Why are you here? Someone's up to no good, so I came to check things out myself. Oh, did you see Robin doing stuff? Robin hasn't been home for a while, so I brought her here specifically to look around and reminisce. They were guests we met. They left some items behind, which I've already returned. Just cleaning up her mess over here. She was very dazzling, as always. We won't go any further. Goodbye. Sunday out here preventing Robin from discovering more than she needs to. Why did you come here? I'm here to reminisce about the old times. What about you? What brings you here? Tracking down criminals is my duty. We've always been this stubborn in times like this. I wish I never had this straight. Why? Because it's dangerous? Investigating on your own? Yeah. Can't stop thinking of death, so I followed some people all the way here. I witnessed that horrific scene at the Light Pavilion with my own eyes. I can't let you bear this burden alone. So you saw them, those family members who were in the sweet dream, yet death took them away. I only saw documents strewn on the tabletop. If my brother had even an ounce of energy left, he would have never tolerated such a disorganized sight. If it weren't for getting the truth out of you, I absolutely won't tolerate arrogant and disrespectful. Oh, shit. Oh, oh shit. You aren't Sunday. You're Sparkle. But my brother never jokes around with strangers. I watched as he smoothed away the sharp corners of himself bit by bit, hiding them in the deepest corners of his heart. This is Sparkle's This is always Sparkle's biggest flaw. She can never truly replicate everybody. So if she interacts with someone who knows, you know, the real person that they're impersonating very well, it's very hard for her to slip past them. It's so weird hearing Sunday's VA do a giggle like that. There she is. Don't you think he's more likable that way? You're mentally prepared to face the consequence of posing as a family head on Panic Honey. Oh, hell yeah. She's angry. Dunu's about to get played by a little bird. There's no shortage of people trying to catch me, chicken-winged girly. That's crazy that she just says that. Seeing how many of their members are stationed here. At the edge of the dreamscape, I can also... You think you can get your lost power back? I give credit where it's due. You must be quite talented to have been chosen as a court master for the Charmony Festival. You're quite clever. You got almost everything right. Have you considered that maybe your sweet dreams never changed at all? What the heck? Once you wear it for too long, you can never take it off again. Oh, she's warping. That mask of yours, is it really called the Harmony? The twin of the Order. Oh, fuck. Wait, what? What the heck? Robins will fight tooth and nail to protect their territory, even at the cost of their own lives. Gray hair should be wrapping up soon. Miss Sparkle, time to head to the next scene. Wait, what did she do with the Robin? Robin just disappeared there. Thought I could fool your eyes at the edge of the dreamscape, but I guess there's no hiding from you on your home, Tarf. Set a score with me for messing with your people. Why don't we sit down and have a chat? You seem like a patient one to me. Wait. Who are you talking to now? Not Robin? Need to take a break? Shit's far more complicated than I remember. Everyone upon it carries their own desires, striving to see them fulfilled. Yet when those desires intertwine and collide, the sparks that fly are dazzling, and clarity itself becomes obscured. So how's Robin doing? The fool killed her, and the crime scene you witnessed was staged by her. Quote-unquote killed her? There's no such thing as true death in Penacony. For Robin, this is just a minor setback. And did she go into the Did she go into the Dreamflex Reef after that? We spent some time together, so at this moment, how do you feel about me? What feeling? Not very much. I've been in your memories before, and similarly, it was related to Penacony. How so? Depends on what you did. Even I don't know about your experiences in Dream's Edge. When I asked Firefly about it, she declined to give an answer. Must have been a beautiful and unforgettable time that belonged to just the two. Yeah, it was a very pretty moment. It was a very pretty moment. We took a selfie and everything. Sparkle wasn't here just for fun. She was in cahoots with the Stellaron Hunters. Disguised herself as someone from your past, using every means possible to hint at the truth of the dreamscape. She simply sent you both deep into the dreamscape. Yeah, she did that. What a kind-hearted fool. Thanks to her, you and Firefly managed to uncover the piece of Watchmaker's Mikhail's past and the dangers that lurk within. Memory-sown memes. Something unto death. At least back then, you mistakenly thought it was dangerous. Yes. With the help of a, let's say, graceful memo keeper lady? What do you mean, let's say grateful? Just got beef with Silverwolf. Shaking my head. You and Firefly got separated, and her experiences afterward might differ from what you remember. I was there at that time? She was? Okay, I remember this. Yeah, I remember that bit. What? Are we in the memories? Passing through Memoria so suddenly always leaves you in a daze. That memo keeper had ulterior motives. She could have sent you all the way. Deliberately kept you behind. Wait, so Dahlia was always in I do remember there being a moment where it was after the main story was over, basically in the epilogue. Or wait, no, it wasn't not in the epilogue. There was a moment where Dahlia contacted Black Swan. See, it's stuff like that that makes me think that this was always the plan. Yeah, it has to, right? It has to have been. Why would Hoyo include a random conversation between Constance and Black Swan that didn't really go anywhere? This return to Amphoris was always planned, I bet. Yeah, it had to have been. Because why would they plant such a conversation if they never intended for Constance to be a bigger player? Right? This is what doesn't make any sense. They wouldn't like purposefully create a plot hole. It's a memory zone meme. Some Penaconian legends called it death. Caught something unusual but wouldn't get a clear look at it. I didn't think she was like physically in Penacony though. Or well, as physically one can be in Penacony. Come to the mic. Sorry about that. In that instant before it was about to strike, a reflection of another dreamscape appeared in its pupils. What? What if death doesn't exist in Sweet Dreams? But what if that's not a lie? Perhaps death is just sinking into a deeper dreamscape. Ding ding ding! Too bad a nosy memo keeper had to show up. The beef with Black Swan. I'll give her an experience she won't soon forget. Jesus.
もそう言うけど
Every time you say that, it's always you who seems to be having fun. Wait, no, they are talking like they're acquainted with each other, so I guess... Fuck, maybe she is a Stellaron hunter. What?
それに悪いことばっかりでもない
Or maybe she's just allied with the Stellaron hunters?
あの時本当に死んじゃってたら真相を伝えるチャンスだ
I don't know, I couldn't tell. It's hard to get a read on her. I can't tell if she is actively a member of the Stellaron hunters or just, you know, working with them. She's kind of like a mercenary. If I really do meet my end, I won't have a chance to tell them the truth anyways. Are they still around?
気配は感じ取れ
Can't sense them anymore. They must have gone back to reality.
たのでは
Who's they? Who's they?
ちょっと待ってて
The Trailblazer?
ダメだ原始の無境の中じゃやっぱり勤労と連絡がつかな
Can't
い
get in touch with Solarwolf in the primordial dreamscape.
彼女をここまで誘
Wait,
導
what?
するようにってメッセージを残しといてそれか一
You
度
head back to reality first and get in touch with Silverwolf. Recklessly crossing through the dreamscape now would be far more dangerous than before. For her or for everybody? Death caused such a huge commotion that the omnipotent being within the sweet dream, Gopher Wood, has turned its gaze upon its place.
じゃあ私たちしばらくは
Should be fine for now. Death has its attention. As long as we are careful, we won't be exposed. Within this dreamscape, we might find a way back to strike back against him. He buried his darkest crimes right here. What the heck? Okay. Do I have the Dahlia available to me? No, I don't. Oh, okay. Okay, fine then. But I'll switch her to Harmony if we're going to fight. At the very least, at least it's very easy to do that mid-fight, what's that? I mean, it's red. That's Jade's thing, isn't it? Did they really die? These birds weren't welcome in another dreamscape. Yeah, going to battle was the complete opposite of what I expected. No, it wasn't Jade. What am I saying? That was Sunday. Something important I still haven't asked you. Would you like to die together with me? Jesus Christ. I know that she was supposed to quote-unquote die, but like... Today? Not really. It's a crazy thing to ask somebody, even inside of a dream. What's she gonna try? What is she gonna try? Is she going to experiment something? Why would she need to take a few steps back? Is she gonna off herself here? What the heck is she doing? Just as I thought. What happened? The ravens are the incarnation of Dream Master Gopher Wood. Oh really? That's what it was? I thought it was a Sunday thing. That omnipotent being in the sweet dream. Even death has no strength to resist. Our eyes at least should be enough for him to notice and deliver the fatal blow, yet here we are, completely unharmed. Probably doesn't mean much to her. If she was a memo keeper at some point, that means she doesn't have a real body and she's just a mimetic entity. Savoring a once-in-a-lifetime thrill. It wasn't really him. The Dream Master's body was burned to ashes in a riot long ago, and he can only sustain his life in the sweet dream. Over the long passage of time, he has merged himself with every inch of Penacony's land. The Dream Master doesn't mean he merely controls the dreamscape, rather it means he has already turned the dreamscape itself into a second body. Was that all explained throughout the Penacony story? I actively do not remember. He could probably burn all of Penacony to the ground. Hopefully he wouldn't have the heart to do it. We're safe for the time being. Maybe it's not that he doesn't want to act against us, but rather that he can't. At least not yet. Gopher Wood has been claiming to be ill, never appearing in the 12 hours. Yet just recently, he buried his darkest friend. Yeah, you said that already. Leaving a flaw in his supposed omniscience and omnipotence. That does sound plausible. Something to do with the Watchmaker's legacy? That secret was branded as the darkest, and perhaps the legacy is not one alone. What was the deal with the legacy at the end of the day? Was it not just Mikhail's watch thing? Setting up layer upon layer of security around the secret only ends up exposing its flaws. Do we gotta fight? I would much prefer to see you in a pinch. We fighting, baby. I can hit. This is a single target, right? This won't be though. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have saved it. I'm an idiot. Well, I have points now. Bow. No. I like that they're giving me more fights here, though. Helps break out the monotony of the yapping. I wonder how long this quest is. It may not be as long as I'm thinking it might be. We can do this. Dang it, don't advance your action. Or actually do it. Oh, I should have waited. I think I could have double dipped on Lynx's summon thing there. But it's whatever. Boom. We won. I'd always imagined that calling upon that power would make you profoundly melancholic. I mean, I would imagine so. But I guess not. Is this an entrance? It only looks like an entrance. Crack doesn't lead anywhere. It's like a lock of memories. The key is a light cone carrying specific memories. Gopher would have help from a memo keeper. That light cone isn't in our hands. I fear we'll be returning empty-handed. What? Are you suggesting that? Would that suggest that the person who was tampering with my memories was a memo keeper? But the only other memo keeper that we know was around Penacony was Mr. Reka. Would Mr. Reka be one to do that? Perhaps the memo keeper helping Gopher Wood shares the same habits as me. Don't get your hopes up. Do we now get Dahlia? No. Pretty careless, like an old friend of mine. Who's your old friend? To have memories like that, a moment in time you will never want to forget, one that you find yourself reliving over and over again. What do you mean, what a shame? Imitating those annoying memo keepers? My girl, you are one of them at some point. The more a memory is recalled, the more likely it is to become distorted. Each time you recall a memory, you risk distorting its true face. That's how they justify the necessity of light cones. Yeah, because they capture memories. I remember that. The more eternal a thing, the more it stirs the desire to destroy it. Is this why you kind of aligned? Is this why you aligned yourself with with the Annihilation Gang. Even if Gopher would were to come in person, he need to bring a specific light cone. His no memories can no longer be trusted. That's why we have a contingency plan. What is the contingency plan? What is the contingency plan? That's true, we can't see shit. Must be some kind of gentle trigger that would help him recover his memories before they are subjected to distortion. What? I pick up on some clues. Every action brings joy. Damn. Back to being lost. I thought I was understanding some of this, but I guess not. Oh shit. Paradise shall fall into this world of sorrow once dawn breaks. It will shatter in the light of day. How could anything golden abide in glory forever? What the heck? That's a... Is this related? What the fuck? It looks kind of like the Firefly's own armor, but I think it's different. I don't think Firefly's armor has the red highlights thing. I can take care of it. Was it her that you saw when infiltrating Penacony? Yes. Fighting off the swarm, but it was just Memoria and vanished quickly. Silverwolf mentioned that Penacony had faced a swarm invasion before. Did it? I don't remember that bit. Maybe it was mentioned in some piece of flavor text. She was just passing by and lending a helping hand. If everything was over, she had already left safe and sound. Do you still want to know the answer? Was was this AR-214 one of the ones that appeared in her trailer? Could it have been? I don't remember the code names of any of them. A memory is ultimately something that it's already happened. Yeah. You're handling it quite well. We could be called friends. I wish I could just break down and cry for her like any normal person would. But what surfaced in my mind was that one sentence. This is our predestined fate, and one day I too shall meet the same end. Though it's late, there are still other things I can do for her. This isn't Memoria, but a real Glamoth night. Clearly, Penacony was her final destination. I'm also kind of surprised. She broke the prohibition. They couldn't have? I was thinking more in the sense of they really couldn't do much other than fight the swarms. I'm surprised she made it all the way here. But maybe that's why they couldn't really do much other than fight the swarm. Those regulations. She was the first and only deserter of the Glamoth Iron Cavalry, really. Empire hadn't fallen yet, but she didn't want to accept the fate of dying in battle. She wanted to choose how she would die. I guess she did that in the end then. Had a brief farewell, but it didn't stop her. I couldn't. If we can't change the outcome, why should I stop her from making her own choice? Yeah, that's what everybody had in the cavalry, right? Leaving the cockpit without permission is prohibited. Surviving knights must actively return to formation. They aren't just military regulations, they're terms of our survival. Not piloting Firefly, I must stay in the cryosleep pod, otherwise my entropy loss syndrome will only get worse. So what's the reason? Do you know? I feel like if you knew, you would have found a way. What? That's insane. Lise and Kafka being the trailblazer in Kafka. I had just finished my duties as a Glamoth Knight. If you finish your duties as the Glamoth Knight, that means that it was around the time of the storm disaster, right? How old is Kafka? The Empire fell, no restrictions vanished. For the first time, green flames ignited upon my body, and for the first time I touched the true path power that the Glamoth Knights wield. Entropy loss syndrome is a death called living or propagation. God damn it, my neighbor is being loud again. Yesterday they were very loud. Wait, so entropy loss syndrome is directly caused by the propagation? The very thing they were fighting against? The propagation? That's the true source of the Glamoth Iron Cavalry's power? When the Storm King dies, the storm completely loses its vitality and falls into silence, just like Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. They weren't given a sense of self. The moment they stray away from the hive, they're already dead. Oh, so they're just drawing a parallel. It isn't exactly 1-to-1. Okay. Could you help me take her away? Aww. So wait, is that armor a real thing? She wanted to escape her fate, but in the end she died fighting against the swarm in Penacony. Testable thing about destiny is that it brooks no defiance. Yeah, none of them have name. The only reason why we know her as Firefly is because that was like... that was the code name of her armor, right? By the time she leaves this world, she will have found a name and purpose for her life. Why did Gopher Wood leave her here? No matter how much I think about it, everything he's scheming couldn't possibly be connected to the propagation. Oh, that is an interesting question. I didn't think that the propagation would be so involved in Penacony then. She definitely didn't die from entropy loss. In her view, dreams are inherently a convergence of the past. It's the same for everyone. No matter how much you want to avoid it, no matter what you're seeking, you can't avoid it. The Dream Master's weakness has also given us an opportunity. Got intruders in the dreamscape, Silverwolf can still pick up signals. Oh, she fixed things. Must be the Memo Keeper's guidance? Yeah. God damn it, hold on. Neighbors are being very loud. Hold on a sec. I didn't exactly want to do it, but they kind of forced me to. I had to close the window. Okay. Let's see what's going on. I'm probably opening it a bit though. Virtuous Epitaph. Wait, how many achievements do I have? There's only 4. If it ends here, there's only 4. Oh, interesting. Well, if we could get this one, maybe that's gonna be the halfway point. Firefly's POV reunited with the AR-214. Cost of holding on to beliefs is often losing the way back. Definitely seems shorter than other main quests, I think. Oh, we're here now. You aren't hiding anything, right? I remember this bit. We hadn't been separated at this point. This should be shortly before her first death. There's a troublesome stranger here. That's Acheron. Oh yeah, you had history with her. She's much more dangerous than the Dream Master. Emanator who walks into nihility. Was she ever mentioned in the script? If it weren't for my father's death, I wouldn't have known about this either. That wasn't in the script. Oh, so the script doesn't encompass every action, huh? So our destination is the same. How about we join forces? Yeah, I remember this bit. Yep. mean to keep her away? No, 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 no. She helped us. Nah, be careful. Their journey together is saving us a lot of trouble. Death has cast a shadow once again. It's close. And unless things change, they'll cross its path before long. Let's finish the event. How are things going? I'm kinda lost, but I am piecing things together. More or less, I am piecing things together. I forget that Acheron's name in JP is Yomi. I think it is. Mr. Elrond is clearly unfamiliar with Memoria, and that arrogant swan, always mindful of appearances, is unwilling to show all her cards. Only with Acheron present can they cross beyond death. And all the more reason that should be. Good luck, I'm trying. There's no need for another conflict with death. The Black Swan is still here with unknown intentions. If she chooses to twist the truth, he won't be able to convince the other. A memory keeper's word carries more weight. As a Stellaron hunter, I have a 0-point mission. One that must be a 0-point mission. What is that? There's even the slightest chance that Acheron might draw her blade. I cannot let Lisa be there. That's a 0-point mission. Acheron did draw her blade at some point, but that happened way later. And the Trailblazer was there, I think. Because it was in the fight against Aventurine, where she did like break a whole bunch of the dreamscape. I thought you wouldn't care. Haven't you had enough of sacrificing yourself? No, you need to die 3 times yet. Can I? Oh, okay. Next bit that we have a little break. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Might be a way to have the best of both worlds, but I need to find death before them. Still lingering in this domain, but a win-win. Maybe it's not always hostile, and even if it is, that's a typo. Firefly with a Y. Can quickly subdue it, but if we're dealing with the worst case scenario. Yeah, Elios said you would face death 3 times. Oh, you were you free to choose, or Burned a hole through the memoria that'll take you straight to the meme. Could it had already left? Yeah. This is, I remember this. It was very funny. Okay, so it was very funny. When I streamed the original the first Penacony story, I remember leaving the stream off in this point, and then later that same day, I think I was like, I'm just gonna finish the story now because I probably won't be doing that live on stream or whatever. I didn't think properly or I didn't think fully, so I left it here. Literally, as I was coming out of this elevator, I was like, I'm just gonna leave it here, and I didn't even consider potentially doing the rest of the story on stream. And then I realized how crazy I got, and I was like, I'm just gonna finish this story off stream, and then the next batch of story I'm gonna do all on stream. And it was literally in this moment. I distinctly remember it being here because I popped up into the game again, and I was like, okay, let's see what happens next. Okay, but give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Here, I can put up the OBS BGM. Because Lord knows Star Rail's home BGM is not gonna pop up all the time here. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. It's a good thing I closed the window. There's a lot of noise going on outside. Somebody's cutting glass. Cutting grass, I think. Okay. Back to the game. Let me actually put that up. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Do we relive Firefly's death here? Firefly's first death. Did we ever see the second death? Now I'm confused. Hold on. Nothing strange here either. Wait, it's right here. I need to end this quickly. She fought with Acheron at some point, didn't she? Wait, no, that's right. No. This must be the moment where she fights with Acheron. It's just a dream. It won't hurt that much. This is my first death. I still have plenty of time to fulfill the promise we made together. Oh no! No. She fought with Acheron later. Great, we get to relive it. I forgot how it beelined. Jimmy, that's highly not respectful. This was a traumatic moment for us back in the day. Don't do a poop sound. Very, very well timed. Yeah, that was a whole thing. Should be able to recall at least some of what comes next. She hoped to reveal the truth of the dreamscape to you through her own death. At the moment she was impaled, even the emanator of nihility would falter, blade wavering in hesitation. That was her way of securing the best of both worlds. Unfortunately, fate still played a cruel trick on her. The Memoria transformed so quickly that she didn't even have a chance to explain. After that, she arrived at Dreamflux Reef, land of the exiles, the true Penacony. Family went to great lengths to conceal its existence, using death as their justification. That's how we knew. That's what we understood, yeah. At that time, she still couldn't venture deeper with peace of mind, unable to reveal the truth. The situation that had worried her before continued to persist. She was burning with anxiety to return and get you away from the battlefield. Kind and caring lady was still watching over her. You did reach out? Death retreated on its own, allowing you all to escape unscathed. Guided by Black Swan, you tried to uncover the truth behind Firefly's death. However, as you must have noticed, be it losing contact with her companions or the embarrassment of being unable to activate her mech. Oh yeah, these are the memory thingies that we witnessed. Those memory illusions were clearly left behind when she infiltrated Penacony from the memory zone, but that hardly matters because of Black Swan's blunder. Firefly gained the precious time she needed. Oh, those memory, yeah, because we were, yeah. I think it was in those bubble memories that we do see her with or hear her be with Silverwolf, don't we? When she appeared before you again, she was already using a different identity. That encounter stirred the whirlpool of destiny, causing many paths to converge. Do you still dream of those slain by your hand? Yeah, that was their fight. I remember this. Your time hasn't come yet. Seen many disguises that can conceal appearances, but they can never cover up who a person really is. You didn't mean to kill her. You only did that to drive me away from that memo keeper. But why? Oh, this is okay, this conversation we didn't witness. The Destiny Slave made you do it. You know Elio. I thought this is just the kind of thing that get written into your script. Yeah, that nobody gets full scripts. It's what it seems. They only get like the scripts. They only get scripts that pertain to what their role is. It's kind of like Marvel movies. It's kind of like Marvel movies where the actors in Marvel movies don't get full scripts to the entire movie so that they don't leak stuff. Well, Stellar Run Hunters only get brief scripts that only tell them what they're supposed to be doing. Who exactly are you? Yeah. Dahlia told you already. Rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't. I know who is inside that cold armor. I can sense it. You know who I am. You know this blade, the meaning that lies behind it. Yeah, you do have orders about that. Ready to take out that armor, off that armor and sit down for a talk? Not yet time. You shouldn't know so much. It's interesting that she already knows to call her a self-annihilator. Huh. We only found that out about her like way later. At least it's been taken by Black Swan. When will you go look for her? No need for that, no harm in telling you. On Penacony, Elio gave me one instruction. Allow the Astral Express to pursue the Grand Legacy. Astral Express is not your enemy. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about the dreamscape. Already on it. Let me give you one piece of advice. No matter which path you and I walk, death is the inevitable finale, or nihility. Even if we say farewell in the mortal realm, we shall have one final reunion where Terminus ascends to godhood once more. Got a sneeze coming up. Holy fuck. What? When Terminus ascends to godhood, and the same holds true on Penacony. Holy crap. What do you mean when Terminus ascends to godhood once more? Isn't Terminus already the Aeon of Finality? What is going on here? I've been to the Dreamflux Reef. It's not a secret that's hard to uncover. I'm afraid you have yet to realize just how awake you truly are. It's precisely because life dares to slumber that they can awaken. Ascends to godhood once more. Even if she's an emanator, she shouldn't. What the fuck? Oh, I remember this bit, yeah. I remember this bit. Oh god, there's a lot of blinking happening once again. Jabella's name will disappear from Cosmos history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation. That's your next stop. This was Blade explaining that Firefly's next destination was Penacony. Yeah. It answers all salvations. A phone call? You can turn him down? What? But Ellie said I'm the perfect candidate. Candidate? He saw the fourth fate clearly. There won't be any more surprises. He chose me as the last survivor? Like, what the fuck? And by fourth fate, do you mean? I think I can like. Yeah, it's weird. When I tab out of the screen, the blinking stops. It's only when I'm focused on it that the blinking happens. Interesting. The fourth fate clearly. The fourth fate clearly. The fourth fate, meaning it's kind of like what it's probably related to what Kafka was talking about in the previous patch, right? In one of the previous patches, where there's like 4 possible endings to the universe, I guess, or 4 possible paths that are involved. And there was a mystery one, I think. I don't know. What do you mean the last survivor? Which path is it? Nihility after it engulfs everything. I must be the last survivor. Given my all to turn the tide. It's a bit different from the other three. Before that, I have other matters that need my attention. Possible I must prevent Lisa from being tainted by the power of nihility, even the slightest trace of it. After all, everything she carries now is not only heavier, but also more precious. If possible, it's a bit vague. In the future that Elio foresaw, we never had an ending, but I still have a chance to wrestle back from fate the right to have a beginning. What does any of that mean? Is this when Constance called Black Swan? An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch. This music box, the invitation received by Annihilation Gang, there are latent memories that linger on it yet. Memories of yours are not yours alone. They travel to other people, in other people. The dead can be made to speak. Annihilation Gang, the band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Gradation 12, Dreamscape 12, Father, I dedicate this to... Is this one of the other ones? Dubra, what the heck? Shall be met by annihilation? I need a 20 pull to get Banyo. Oh no! Well, 20 pulls should be enough to get throughout like a whole patch, right? Usually I think Genshin gives away like, what, 60 pulls on at least on a given patch? Star Rail as well. I imagine ZZZ will give you 20 pulls at some point. Just need to play a bit more of the game, I guess. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. The other one, the one that was like a puppet kind of thing, was it? I think, I don't remember. I'm grinding for more polychromes. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. That's just the nature of the game. But do you have him guaranteed or something like that? Because you are saying to get him as if it's like a guarantee. So I assume you are in a guarantee then, right? If not, good luck. Search your memory from when the invitation was delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. What happened next is Acheron did a // Sought refuge in the land asleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest. Away from the storms, children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage. I lost the last 50-50. Okay. Yeah. You are pretty good. You are pretty much good then. Oh, that's the one I liked. That's the one I liked. In that trailer, I did like Constance when that first trailer first came out. But the other one, I forget. Was it Katarina or wait? What was her name? Was it Ekaterina or am I thinking of something else? Hold on. Annihilation Gang. It was the red. It was the red-haired one. It was the red one. The red-haired one. It was Katarina. It was Katarina. This one. This one. This one. This one. It's my. Now you gotta pay me so I can get it. I mean, I guess technically I should, but like hey, there's stuff that needs to be done. This one's Katarina. This is the one that's speaking. This is actually, and look, it even has the same. It even has the same dialogue. Katarina the Shacklebound. She won't be necessary. I alone am enough. And that's in game. She won't be necessary. I alone am enough. This girl is the hotter one. I looked at Constance and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But then I looked at Katarina. I was like, oh no, I like her. I had a moment of the, you know, the, what is it? Friggin' the Top Gear meme. The Top Gear meme is like, this is brilliant, pointing at Constance, but I like this, pointing at Katarina. And then Hoyo did a funny, and then the Annihilation Gang was all split, and then we don't even know if Katarina even is still alive. So god damn it. But if Constance is alive, I imagine that the rest of the people that showed up in there are. Like, that's gotta be, right? When have those on the path of destruction feared death? Everflame managed to set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait. This was after Acheron ran into them, basically. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's somebody else here. What? What happened? Oh, that's all cut off. Memory after that is blank. Music box fell into Acheron's hand. She brought it to Penacony. A cremator's doing. Constance is doing. It's been a raise. Who's done this? Is this when Constance calls? Who are you? That does sound like Constance, does it not? It's... Is this not a memory? Is she... I'm pretty sure this is Constance's voice, right? Do you serve the Garden of Recollection or the Cremators? My name is Constance. Pleasure to meet you. Okay. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together. Oh boy. That seems unrealistic. Dahlia's not welcome in the banquet star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? Acheron. I can give it to you, and then you enjoy the banquet. I wish you unforgettable memories. I'm absolutely certain you're not thousands of miles away. That primordial memories on my acuity was blocked at every turn. I thought it was because of the family, but there was a colleague. Yeah. You're back into a corner. Have you figured something out? I need to know your allegiances, my guy. Constance. The Annihilation Gang is always operated in plain sight with no secrets among its members, and Duke Inferno has never had an offspring named Constance. Really? Wait, so are you suggesting that the other members of the Annihilation Gang were their actual children? What if I'm just too capricious and can't help but betray anyone? The Antimatter Legion has been after her this whole time, after the Dahlia. Aren't you the same? Garden of Recollection launched 14 pursuits trying to erase me. In that final one, I died right in front of you. What the fuck? To interrupt another's reunion. We'll have ourselves a nice long talk about your ingratitude. My dear cellmate? Isn't that the call that she got from Constance? What the fuck is happening? I'm so lost. Jesus Christ. I was always anxious about this moment, afraid you might find me frightening. You know Black Swan? We were quite close. Don't get the wrong idea. I couldn't help but get the wrong idea. When two people are locked in a knife fight with their blades pressed to each other's throats, they become more intimate than any pair of dancers. That's pretty terrifying. I can keep going? Jesus Christ. Prefer indulge me in my double standards. So you were involved? Everything about Penacony is more important than you think. I like that she's saying this because for a long time, Penacony felt kind of disconnected from everything, and it is understandable. The events of Penacony didn't exactly, you know, affect the story in major ways going forward. It largely felt like a side quest in the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of things of the main story, you know, we didn't exactly fight one of the Stellaron hunters. We didn't exactly fight we didn't exactly fight what's the name? A Lord Ravager. Like, it felt like it was a secondary thing. Like, important enough that it needed to be done, but like kind of sideways. There was a Stellaron involved, so it makes sense that the Trailblaze would have to, you know, do something about it, because that's also part of what they do, right? But it still felt largely disconnected. So it's interesting that this quest comes out and this story comes out and it's like, you know what? No. A lot of stuff was very much more important than you think in Penacony, and now we're gonna tell you exactly why. To prevent other terrible outcomes, the Stellaron hunters were forced to use great power. Really now? So the reason why it felt like a side quest was because you guys were doing the more important heavy lifting in the background, where the threads of destiny intertwine. Soon after, you finally learned Black Swan's intentions. She made a deal with the IPC to bring you before Aventurine in order to reclaim Penacony. In order to reclaim Penacony, the IPC had been seeking temporary allies. As a show of initial sincerity, he revealed... Yeah. Robin's death was staged by the Fool. Aventurine embarked upon his great gamble. Yeah, this was cool. Willing to shatter the cornerstone as precious as life itself, he deceived Sunday, earning himself a chance to risk it all. Such a high-stakes gamble succeeded in provoking the Emanator's strike. The family's carefully guarded secret was exposed, and you, caught in the eye of the storm, were pulled into the chaos. But that's all about the living. In that same moment, what became of those within the world of the dead? Aventurine? Robin arrived at Dreamflux Reef ahead of you, but what awaited her wasn't the uncertainty of a gamble, a destined life, and a destined death. Are we positioned? Oh god, no, we're back in the why birds fly debate. A bird, don't show me the Charmony dove. Oh no, not the Charmony dove again. Oh no, this is gonna trigger so many people's PTSD. Oh no. Oh no, I can just sense all the people posting the copy pasta now. Oh Jesus, that's so funny though. Oh well, let's recap this, okay? Falls to us to decide whether to release it back into the sky. We must take responsibility for that choice. I feel like I need to... How did I fix it? That's bizarre. I wish I could show you what this blinking looks like. I've made up my mind. Let it soar free and wild. It had feathers and wings. If I had feathers and wings like it does, I definitely want to fly. Big brother will help it, right? Reassuring to hear such words before parting. Come Sunday, your little sister will be walking ahead. Oh, hey, Gopher, go for wood. 115. The gods bestowed upon us heavenly fire, and with it divine tribulations. Let them be, for we are all mortals born to love and suffer. The fuck did a Bible verse have to do with anything? Well, the one little bird would embark on their long journey. How could I miss the moment of your departure? What did she give you? Who was she? In Dream's Hedge, a masked fool attacked you and left behind a parting gift. When the fool killed me, they put a mask on my face. Oh, right. That's how she made it into Dreamflux Reef. Ahead of anybody. Yeah. When I woke up in Dreamflux Reef, it was gone. I couldn't feel the effects from it. Twin of the Order. She might be hinting at something, but I still can't figure out what she means. Is that anomaly of yours doing now? Getting better, Dreamflux Reef also spreads the harmony, and it hasn't been affected by the family's traitor. Perhaps I've been wearing a mask all along without realizing it. Twin of the Order. Starting to get familiar with this place. Dreamflux Reef is so isolated. Is there any way to know what's happening outside? I want to check on my brother's situation. Head to where all the action is. Where? Oh, here. See, this is what I mean. The lady that you talked to for Apocalyptic Shadow is here in Dreamflux Reef. And she says some cryptic shit too. Who's that? Firefly? Through Constance? You did notice me after all. Can't show myself now. Could we talk somewhere more private? Very valid at this point. She was kind of an enemy here. If you really need a reason, there are anomalies in the 12 hours. We're suspicious of the Dream Master's true identity. My companion will show you the way. Constance? Because these candles are from Constance. Is there a cremator among Miss Firefly's companions? Oh, so wait, so the blue flames are, is that a... So is that a mark of the cremators, the blue flames? What the heck? My companion will bring you this way shortly. Is this an entrance to somewhere? Is this a new area? I think we were supposed to get to a new area in Penacony this patch. Where are we? Passing through such dense memoria without even being affected. It is our cozy new home in the Sweet Dream. Isn't this where the Trailblazer is right now? Where words may flow more freely. New home burned out of the Sweet Dream? If you really wish to have a proper conversation, you shouldn't resort to provocation. She's different from other cremators. She has no intention of stealing memories. I have no wish to destroy the Sweet Dream. I mean, Firefly I'm willing to trust. Constance not so much, but Firefly trusts her, I guess, so. Oh, look at that. Being nice. So what brings you here? Dream Master Gopher would completely immersed with the dreamscape, becoming virtually omniscient and omnipotent, but now he's losing his grip. Find out why we conducted investigations. We uncovered a crime that he had buried away. Oh, the propagation. His powers aren't what they used to be, and that's why he's been telling everyone he's under the weather. Wait! Hold on. Wasn't the wasn't the Order killed by the propagation? Now that I think about it, I think I remember that bit of lore from Simulated Universe or something. Belonging to his family, you wouldn't believe me unless you saw it with your own eyes. I'm really procrastinating because I'm not interested in going back to Penacony. This is being very confusing, I will tell you that, but I'm enjoying it. As someone that didn't really have any major problems with Penacony, I'm enjoying this revisiting. It's making me question everything that I thought I knew about it. But welcome on in, Azzy. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Depending on how you look at it, this might make you more upset if you weren't a fan of Penacony in the first place. My purpose is about a reunion, a rescue, and a farewell.
信じてくれないかな。
The Trailblazer?
私のファンにも今のあなたと似て
Seen
い
it
る
many
表
times
情
in my
や
audience.
表情。
It's like a melancholy expression.
ええ。自分の
That's the
中に
look one has when describing what they hold most dear in their heart. So I'll trust you this time.
幼い私が初めてピノコニーを
Dreammaster gave me a parting gift, a divine
君の
law.
大クランのリーダーともあろうお方がそれ以来
I've walked the path of harmony as a pathstrider, wielding its power. Yes.
調和セレモニーのため
Until I returned once
再
again.
びピノコニーに戻ってくるまでは
Inception. I mean, Inception didn't exactly invent the concept of dreams within dreams and all that. If anything, Inception took it from something like what's the name of it? Paprika, the anime movie, because that's all about dreams as well. So yeah, that no idea is truly original. if you want to go into ripping off and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't say it was like super derivative or anything like that. It was just using tropes and concepts that we've seen before. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Execution might have been flawed, but again, not everything is perfect. To the point you don't even know what's going on anymore. I thought that by the end, Penacony overall made sense. Like some parts you had to really squint and like just take in the hand wavy explanations that they gave at face value. And I think that's what this patch here is for. Those hand wavy explanations, they were more involved than what we thought. And so far, I'm enjoying this. But so far, at the same time, I'm having more questions than answers. They handled the quest very badly. That's another thing that I wouldn't be able to tell you. I mean, you can argue that it was handled poorly, but if their intention was always to split it in two like this, then they didn't really handle the original story poorly. They just handled it in a way that we didn't know that was their intention. And you may disagree with that. That is also perfectly valid because, again, this is a one full story that essentially was kind of split in parts because there were parts of it that were cut off. And we're only just finding out the cut off thing now. They left off loose and never thought of tying them up in the original quest when they first got to that planet. Did they, though? Did they say it with those words specifically? That's what I don't remember. Because I know that there were plot points that were left hanging. And I know Hoyoverse, they don't like doing that. So I highly doubt that it was that they just forgot to tie them up or something like that. It could be that Penacony at some point went through rewrites. That is entirely possible. But once the story starts to get going, I highly doubt that they have like, you know, major points of rewrites once it gets going. Could be. I don't know. We may never know the true extent as to how Penacony was written and why the gaps are being filled in now, of all places. But so far, I think it's justifying itself decently enough. And right now, this is the way we need to go back to this planet in game. But like, that's the thing. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you because we don't know the actual intention of the devs. They didn't explicitly say. That's the thing. I'm not arguing with you here. I'm just saying that there's like more that we just don't know about how Hoyo themselves wanted to handle this quest. And you may not like this, and that's perfectly valid. But if this was their intention all along, then that's valid, I suppose. We're going back to the quest. It made no sense. They were basically leaving it. But we don't. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like that's my arguments. Like we don't know unless they explicitly said, "Hey, we wanted Penacony to be longer, but we decided against it." Like I don't remember them ever saying this. Like that's the thing. I don't remember them ever expressing a regret in how they handled the Penacony story. Like I might be wrong. Maybe they mentioned it in one of those anniversary live streams where they speak with the real devs speak and all that kind of stuff. But like. I don't know. From what I remember seeing, every time that Penacony was brought up since Penacony happened, they mentioned how they were left. They were stuff. There were stuff in Penacony that we still hadn't fully explored. Yeah. But this isn't a filler patch. This is the thing. I don't think this is a filler patch. I'm working here under the assumption that it's not under the assumption. I'm working here under the concept that Hoyo wanted it to be this way because we truly don't know. That is the thing. That is the thing. You may not like the fact that Amphorius was a complete story that had gaps in it, and only now it's being filled after a whole year. You may not like that, and that's fine. I'm not saying that you're wrong. It is not even a continuance. No, this is labeled as a finality mission. That's like the first thing that I noticed about this. If it was a continuance, it would have been orange and it would have said continuous. No, this is a finality mission. This is the first of its kind. This is the first of its kind. I would even argue that continuances themselves aren't filler. They're more side quests. But that's another thing. And it also depends on where the story wants to go afterwards. We don't know. That's the thing. I'm willing to let Hoyo cook when it comes to long-term storytelling because I know that it's not easy. So whether or not this was always in the plans to be like this, where Penacony was going to be a complete story that was going to have gaps in there because the gaps were only going to be filled in later because later is when those gaps will become more important. That's what we don't know. There's going to be more mysterious of all the Aeons. Yeah, like this is the thing. There's a lot of interesting thing that I think is going on. And I understand that some people are maybe upset about the fact that the story is being told in this way, and they would have preferred that all of these moments were in the original story already. But maybe Hoyo didn't want to do it. Doesn't make sense to wait an entire year to fill in those gaps. See, that's the thing. That's what I don't mind. It's like witnessing a flashback. Like, I read One Piece. One Piece does this kind of stuff all the time, where, you know, we will learn about events that happened in the past, but we won't really learn all of it, and then we go back to some other story, and then years later, the flashback will get picked back up. Like, this happens all the time in long form storytelling. I guess this is why I'm like not so fazed or bothered by this, and why I think it makes sense. I don't think this doesn't make sense. That's the thing. I'm not telling you you're wrong here, by the way. I hope you're not taking this in the wrong way. I hope you're not taking this in the wrong way, because clearly we are in a disagreement here, and that's fine. But I'm just telling you the way I see it. The real story is that no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. It's just that right now we're in One Piece. A lot of revelations are being made from stuff that was set up years ago. That's just the nature of long form storytelling. Not every story needs to show all of their cards at the same time. And because I have the patience to, you know, stick with the story to see where it's going, is that I'm willing to accept gaps where nothing happens about those plot points, but I know that in the future they will be resolved. Because, like, I'm sure that after this is over, for example, there will still be plot points that were left hanging in Star Rail, if you think about it. We still don't know anything about Sampo getting his true mask, and whatever calamity may descend upon Bellabog. We don't know anything about that, but I trust Hoyo that eventually something about that will be covered up. Will be covered, you know? It's just that right now it isn't relevant. But then you build up long enough. Oh yeah, no. In that part, you are correct. One Piece has been built up long enough, which is why now that it is entering its final era, its final saga, plot points are starting to get wrapped up. Like that's the thing. Like that's just the nature of the beast. Okay. Either way, I am still interested in what's going on here. I haven't felt like this was a mess or anything like that. I'm confused, but that's because I haven't finished the story yet. It's stupid for me to be angry about being confused because I haven't seen the full picture yet. Once I see the full picture, then I will know if I truly am confused or not. I haven't seen how this ends. We're trying to get a foothold on their player base. I mean, Bellabog is an intro. Yeah, that's not really relevant to what's going on in Penacony right now. I just said it as an example. I just said it as an example of Hoyo planting ideas and plot points for stuff that hasn't been revealed yet, because they will become relevant later. So if they want the finality or something to be relevant now, after telling the whole Euphoria story or whatever, I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine. But yeah. Where the heck were we before I got distracted? Right. Robin found herself with Dahlia and Firefly. 12 hours converted by the Dream Master. I developed symptoms of losing my voice and the strength of the harmony began to wave, yet in the Dream Flux Reef I wasn't affected at all. Yeah, because the Order's influences didn't reach exactly all the way down to Dream Flux Reef. The path he once pointed to might not have been the harmony. It was not. That's why I became incompatible with the dream, and the past Dream Master would harmonize for me, but when he was too busy, I finally noticed something was wrong. Which path? There aren't many clues about this, but I suspect it's the Order. Ding, ding, ding. Let us clear up many of our doubts. Regarding the Dream Master's path, we have different conjectures. Wait, really? Oh, wait, no. Sunday was the one that was following the Order. Your conjecture is going to be that the Dream Master ended up becoming one with the propagation, isn't it? Yeah. To make honest, another point against the character, if more force like the level is reading. I don't know. I don't know. Constance was hinted at. Maybe a bit too little. Maybe Constance could have been hinted. Maybe Constance could have been hinted at a bit more. I guess that's up to personal preference at that point. But I thought that Constance was sufficiently hinted at, with the teaser showing showing her and the rest of the Annihilation Gang, and then Black Swan's small, very, very small conversation with her in what is it? In Penacony. It's those small things that I do think could have been handled better in Penacony. But the gameplay, that's a whole nother thing. Gameplay, that's a whole other thing. Was that? Oh, Jesus Christ, that scared the living shit out of me. I heard static and I thought that was my computer or something. No, that's the game. Gameplay wise, yeah, I understand why she's a break character and all that kind of stuff, but that holds no relevance to the. See, that is the game, right? That was the game, right? The little lightning strike. Gameplay and story are kind of linked. Not really. I mean, they are in the sense that playable characters are in the story, but what I mean is that Constance being a break character in the Firefly team, that has no relevance to what's going on in the story. That character could have been anybody else, and they would have found a way to put that character in the story regardless. It just happened that they needed that kind of role to fill, and so they were like, Constance, okay. It could have been anybody else. And the role in the story would have been the same, because a character's role in the story isn't exactly the same. It isn't exactly the same role that they would play in game. It's why, for example, what's a good example of this, of a character? It's like Fu Xuan being a character that in game is the path of preservation, because she's kind of like a shielder or a damage absorption, but in reality, in game, she follows the hunt and has been gazed on by the erudition. None of that has anything to do with the preservation, but in game, she's a preservation unit. Right? But I don't think whatever gameplay mechanics they want to, I don't think whatever gameplay mechanics they want to introduce have any say in what the story's doing. Once again, if they didn't want to introduce Dahlia in the story right now, they could have chosen not to, and instead the character that would fulfill the same role in gameplay that the Dahlia does would have been someone else, and they would have found another way to introduce that character in the story. But clearly, they wanted to introduce Dahlia in the story, and they gave her this kind of gameplay. Those two are completely different things. I don't think Dahlia being a break character in this current state of the meta or whatever, I don't think any of that has anything to do with the story. Future says to have a preservation, preserving the future over the bad ones. Yeah, you could kind of squint and look at it, but I was being more in this. I was referring to that more in the sense of gameplay not being one-to-one with what's going on in the story. Not every character is going to be Acheron where they embody nihility, therefore they are a nihility unit. This doesn't always happen. It's why, like, if that were the case, then why the hell is Luca, for example, a nihility unit as well? Or why is Weinafen a nihility unit? See, that's the thing. The story and gameplay aren't one-to-one linked all the time. Especially when it comes to a character's role. Right, the secret. But this is still Dreamflux Reef. Tiernan was a Galaxy Ranger, the one that Acheron went with, wasn't he? Yeah, Tiernan. Yeah. Acheron met Tiernan, put him out of his misery, and thanks to him is that he decided to go back to Penacony. I remember this. Acheron decided to come to Penacony. Ian! Hello! Hi, Raiders! Welcome on in! Hello! Hope you're having a wonderful day. It is I, Lance. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for the quick raid and the lurk. I very much appreciate it. We are playing the current Star Rail story. Probably will stay here for a little bit, at least until I get a proper stopping point, though. If you need to raid and run, I completely understand, but I very much appreciate you for the raid. Jesus Christ, that lightning scares me. Gotta run? Oh, don't worry. I very much appreciate you. I hope your stream went well. Thank you. So this guy was a Galaxy Ranger. When Penacony was plagued by the storm disaster, he was the one who fearlessly protected our sweet Dream. Yes. Suspect that after turning away from the family, Dream Master sided with the propagation. Yeah. History as we know it may be long gone, but people's memories remain preserved. If we can master the technique, we'll be able to pierce through time itself and salvage the past from chaos. Whoa, what the fuck? That's Gopher Wood, isn't it? They gave him a fucking model? Every disaster brought by the Thorn is accompanied by countless sacrifice. Some names were remembered, others were not only forgotten but betrayed. Holy shit, they gave Gopher Wood a proper model. Look at him. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I thought he would look like a generic motherfucker. Hopefully this means that they make more interesting NPCs in the future. I still haven't forgiven baby Finon looking like a regular ass NPC. A true foe is that abominable fate. Your struggle only adds to the pain. Strike I delivered, dishonorable though it may be, did not miss. Your death is certain. Oh! Gopher Wood killed him. Or her. I don't know. I guess we'll see. As the storm ran rampant, the Glamoth Knight passing through joined the battle without asking for anything in return. I wondered why the infestation grew worse. Your own fault? Glamoth Knight, born to purge the sword, turned out to be a path strider, walking the path of propagation. Sweet Dream was never tainted by the propagation. You brought it here. Oh shit. Really? I can leave and never come back here. I can't die. The strike wasn't honorable. I explored your secrets for the sake of the sweet dream, but striking you down, that came from selfish desires after glimpsing eternity. Paradise shall fall into this world of sorrow, and once dawn breaks, it will shatter in the light of day. How could anything golden about... Oh yeah, this is the thing we saw already. The beginning of a great undertaking. Your path shall become the foundation for eternal paradise. What? Should be able to tell whether this memory is fabricated or not. Probably not. Laying the foundation for eternal paradise. She was trying to escape her own destiny, but the swarm was discovered in Penacony. She didn't just stand idly by. But was he lying when he said that the swarm wasn't in Penacony? Oh, I forgot to pick this thing up. It was her own choice. Like any ordinary patient, she had a conscience and knew compassion. In many moments, looking at her is like seeing myself. She deserves to be remembered by the sweet dream. Oh, we haven't seen that happen. But I presume it happened off screen. Maybe it wasn't relevant. Even if the Dream Master is after the power of propagation, there are plenty of swarms left in the cosmos. Why resort to killing? At the Harmony Festival about to begin, it can't be a mere coincidence that the Dream Master is pushing forward with his various machinations now. You were chosen to perform. He must be absolutely crucial to his plans. Want me to become the conduit to retrieve the past from the memory zone? Temporarily take a piece of your memory by letting it stir up in the memory zone. I can follow the flow of memory and burn a path along. Okay. Whether I succeed or not, I'll return your memories to you safe and sound. Cremate or access my memories? I could see why you would falter. I also think it's too much to ask. If you deem it necessary, you can use tuning to leave a safeguard. Oh shit. May the harm that befalls you never lead to your downfall. It was needlessly more complicated than it needed to be. Well, I guess that's fine. That is valid. I very much enjoy mystery stories. And so when a story leaves me with a lot of questions and drip feeds me answers, I'm into that. I do agree that Penacony... I think part of the reason why Penacony was needlessly complicated was because at the time Hoyo was going through a lot of extra writing. Maybe not extra writing, but I feel like there was too much yapping that could have been cut. And so it didn't really help the case of it being complicated, you know? Because on top of being complicated, there was also the entire philosophy spiels that they loved to throw in. And while I do understand their point with it, they were kind of excessive on that. So if the story seemed complicated, they were making it even more complicated by trying to blend in individual characters' philosophies at the same time. So I do agree that Penacony would have benefited from more time in the oven, or at the very least more time for quests to develop naturally without having to rely on excessive yapping. But overall, I think it was all right. I always thought this. This isn't something that I am thinking about now. Ever since Penacony ended, I was like, I liked it. Overall, I thought it was good. I had a lot of fun. It had issues. A lot of people just like played through it and called it peak just because the final boss was pretty freaking epic. And I guess that's fine. And then over time, the Penacony hate started to pop up again. But I was always kind of like just rational about it, you know? The same thing over and over and over. I don't think so, but to each their own. I mean, it is the shonen formula. If you aren't vibing with the shonen formula, One Piece doesn't stray too far from it, so that makes sense. Barely used most of the characters. Benekoni. Think all of it goes back to what I was saying, which is just in simple terms, Penacony could have used more time. Whether that time was used to explain some of the things that we're finding out now or not is another thing, regardless of the case. Because I think their intention was always to leave a story with gaps that they could fill in later, because they just naturally do that. They've always done that. I don't think them pacing the story like this was because they needed to fix their mistakes. I think this was always the plan, but they could have done it. They could have done it better. They always could do better. That's the thing. And I think that's where I'll leave it off, just in general. Because I feel like at this point I'm repeating myself. Could Penacony have been better? Yes. Did Penacony have plot holes? Not exactly. Not necessarily. Because they clearly had more ideas that they wanted to explain further down the line with what happened in Penacony. Did they handle that the best way? Not necessarily. But does that make it bad? I don't think it does. And everyone has their own, barometer for what they think is acceptable and what they are willing to put up with. And I clearly was able to put up with it and be patient with it, which I think not everybody can. World Trigger has amazing movie. I have heard good things about World Trigger. I haven't really read or watched it, but I always hear about it. I think it's still going, isn't it? I don't know if it's like unfrequently updated or something like that. Okay, back to this. Let me see if I can find a good spot to wrap things up for today, because it is getting late. Okay. I feel like I'm like barely halfway through this story, but I did yap a lot. Piece of worm-eaten oak. What's that? We've uncovered a disaster. Huh? Oh, Jesus. Nothing but oh shit, you're here now. Hiding behind the title of a memo keeper. How long have you been lying to them? The fact that even Black Swan is like suspicious of her, I'm curious here. Pretending. See, this is what I've been thinking. This is what I've been thinking the whole time. This is what I've been thinking the whole time. It's like, wait a minute. But like, it doesn't make any sense. It's not that it doesn't make any sense. But everyone in these, or at the very least, Firefly has been acting like she's been a Stellaron hunter the whole time. But we are only finding out now. Yeah, no, it checks out. The same tricks that she used to make herself seem like a... How much to make herself seem like she was always a part of the Nameless is something that she did with Firefly. Filler in One Piece? Are you talking about the anime? The anime is a whole different beast. The anime does have filler, but the manga in and of itself doesn't really have any filler. None of the arcs in One Piece felt like filler to me. But people use the word filler just willy nilly. So, but again, I don't want to get into it. It's irrelevant to the story right now, and I want to focus on this. If you're willing to take my advice, why not make a trip back to reality? Ask Silverwolf who your true companions are. So you have been meddling with shit. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, One Piece the anime and they're talking about a current chapter. Yeah, I read the manga, so whatever pacing issues the anime has, I don't know. The manga is the source. If the anime did things to mess with it, irrelevant. But again, I want to focus on this. So she is a cremator. That much is true. She manipulated memories and pretended to be a Stellarine Hunter's companion. She fooled all of you. What about Firefly? She might get lost in the memory zone's turbulence, but she's quite something. She'll be stuck there temporarily. But like, what is her game plan then? What is Constance's game plan here? So a specific history from the memory zone through just one memory. While there might be memo keepers capable of such feats, they certainly wouldn't be mere path striders. You've been watching for quite a while, you show up fashionably late when we're about to make progress. Listen, given what Black Swan was like during Euphorius, I'm willing to trust her at this point. Bring a message from Sunday to prove my identity. Just a message. It's only 2 words. Jesus. Not this again. Not the Charmony Dove. Oh, Jesus, I bumped into the mic. Not the Charmony Dove. Sunday said you would understand. I mean, of course you would. This is an extreme situation. This is enough to earn my trust. Oh shit, I am kind of staticky, but that's only when I'm moving the mic. Just stories hold. I mean, that's fine. You can have problems with One Piece. It's not the point of now. I feel like I made a mistake by comparing it with One Piece. I only compared Star Rail to One Piece because by virtue of both of them being long form stories, just stories that have been developing for years. And that's just the nature. It comes with the nature of the beast that you would make a story and leave gaps that you will fill in later. This just happens naturally. So why does... Okay, sure. IPC, Astral Express, and now you're even taking assignments from the family. My, aren't you popular? The beef. The toxic Yuri. You just had to choose the path of your own demise. I kept Lady Acheron's secret, but I also left you with your life intact. What, you're eager to rekindle our past? Have to keep an eye on what kind of trouble you're gonna stir up next. How could Destiny's Slave possibly accept someone like you, whose very nature is betrayal? Is that why Kafka planted that seed? Because she knew of this? What's the deal with the Stellarine Hunter? Find out all the possible futures? Yeah. Black Swan who had the... Black Swan went through a period of immense slander because Euphorius was a disaster that we walked into, and then when we saw every other possible outcome, and we're like, Black Swan, thank you for taking us to Euphorius. I never blamed her either. No, I do think it was quite funny how it ended up being like that before we found out about the true nature of Euphorius and what it all meant. I did think it was funny. I did think it was funny that Euphorius was supposed to be a fuel destination. Yeah. But I never once blamed her either. It was a very silly thing to try and blame her as if she had any control of what was going on. That's why I'm willing to trust her now, because her actions throughout all of Euphorius show that she really isn't, against us at the very least. And if anything, the fact that she's against the Garden of Recollection is good because we've seen how problematic the Garden of Recollection can be. So that alone makes her good in my book. So I trust her now. Gotten more composed, or have you just gotten slower? She was the one who suggested us to go to the planet. Yeah. It's exactly that. It's funny to pinpoint the blame to one person. There's that one meme is like, it's kind of like the Rick and Morty meme of like, quick 5-minute adventure, quick in and out, quick 5-minute adventure, and then they come out and they're like, ah! That's what it was. Or the memes of Black Swan being like, trust the process. It is funny. I did have my fun looking at those memes, but I never once took it seriously. Robin's left. There's no way you can catch up to her now. Catch? Why would I chase after her? If I didn't take her memories just now, what exactly did I do to her? She's already messed with her? I planted a spark of the cremator's fire in her memories? It'll spread silently, and in an instant, it'll burn away all her memories of seeing me. That's how you operate? Did it spread to other people as well? Is that so? The suspicions have already taken root in her mind will also gradually fade away, no matter what she has discovered. The moment she attends the Chamonix Festival, she'll revert back to that good child who was born to walk on the order. You're the one who's run out of time? Huh? Not a member of the Everflame Mansion? Definitely not a Stellaron Hunter? Trella is the Dream Master? Really? Even with your usual reckless methods, you can't handle me alone. Oh, damn. Oh, shit! That is the power of the Order, isn't it? Since you return samples progress, you return those memories instead of destroying them? Yeah. But Black Swan is still a memo keeper. She may not be, you know, she may not be 100% with the Garden of Recollection. At the very least, she does maintain that respect with memories, whereas Constance just burns them all away. Can you still keep your cool? He gave you strength to the divine law. Dream Master would go this far? I'm just not trustworthy, Jesus Christ. I'm starting to think you even manipulated the Dream Master now. Holy shit. How could my control over Memoria far exceed that of ordinary memo keepers? A tamper with Firefly's memories. You are using him, aren't you? Lost your composure and your euphoria. May not be your match, but if I want to leave, you can't keep me here. Yeah, Black Swan is pure memo keeper, but she isn't exactly, you know, she isn't a memo keeper that works directly for the Garden of Recollection. I mean, she does, but given what she said in Euphorius, we know that she isn't, you know, on board with everything else that the memo keepers are doing. And yeah, and the Cremators are a different faction altogether, which is what Dahlia calls herself. It's easy to throw away a flower, but the fragrance lingering on your hands won't fade so easily. Even if we rekindle what once was, I remain unchanged. Are they about to fight? Oh, she's gone. I think she dipped herself. She knew it. Oh god. Savor this moment a bit longer. Oh my god, the blush. No matter where you run, I will always find you. Oh shit. Oh boy, it is a fight. Don't want to use the Cremator's tricks, not that I can't. You're ever shifting. See, that's the thing. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. What is this? Where did you take us? Is it still Paniconi? For putting on such an elaborate show, why don't you stay for a little chat? Oh boy. Oh, we do have Dahlia now. Okay, so I can make myself a Firefly team. I can do that. I can do something like this. And then Dahlia. Oh wait, no, yeah. Yeah, Dahlia would have to be a Ron May replacement, I imagine. Yeah. Because I don't have a Fugue. Fugue would be the Harmony Trailblazer replacement, but I don't have Fugue, so this is probably the best I can do. Okay, I'll have that conversation, and then just to get a proper explanation as to what the fuck happened maybe here, and a better spot to end things. Most trustworthy thing about you is that you're never to be trusted. Did you not expect this to happen? When did you figure out that divine law used to share power with me was also the shackles he placed upon me? What? The moment you admitted the being the Dream Master's ally, I began to... No. Story drags out and I still need polygrams. Oh no. You can start to skip things if you don't mind doing that. Being the Dream Master's ally, I began to suspect your intentions. Until now, you betrayed every single faction you've joined. No, I applaud that. I also wouldn't want to skip things. For not seeing each other for so long and now having such an overwhelming advantage over me, you do everything in your power to stop me. But here we are. The openings you left during your clash weren't subtle. Ow. Why the bonk? I am agreeing with you. I was just suggesting skipping. I don't mind people who skip stories. You were leaving gaps everywhere for me to cremate Memoria. I'd love to drop the act and give you a proper taste of torment, but as long as the constraints on me remain, I'm not my own master. Can't do anything that would harm Gopher Wood, nor I can reveal his secrets. So you are using him for his powers, but he has placed limits on you. Do you want to get rid of those limits? I'm starting to think that the whole reason why you're allowing this to happen is because you want those powers for yourself. You've always had this kind of tacit understanding. I'd rather not draw the garden's attention because of my association with you. Yeah. Black Swan already has her gripes with the garden. The last thing she wants is the garden breathing down her deck even deeper because she starts to get associated with another one who is against them. Back to your old tricks? Let's talk about what's really important. What are you hoping to get from the Dream Master that made you willing to submit? This is what I'm thinking, right? Is she banking on the Dream Master losing control of Emphorius due to the Trailblaze and all that? And then she gets to keep the power? Using me to regain your freedom. Which kind of memories are you trying to steal from the Sweet Dream? The destructions. What memories of the destruction are there within the Sweet Dream? Acheron? You abandoned that path long ago. How long? What? Whoa. Weren't you really interested in the Everflame Mansion? So you were the one who erased the memories. Yeah, that seemed clear. I kept only this scene as a memento. I wanted to remember how I felt at that moment. Ain't that Duke Inferno's throne? The Everflame mansion itself has ceased to exist. You've long ceased strayed from the path, yet you can still wield the power of the destruction? I betrayed the Garden of Recollection, yet I can show you the memories. Oh shit. You betrayed the Everflame mansion. Is that supposed to be surprising? Destruction is a glorious moment. As Duke Inferno's daughter, I will see his last wishes carried out to perfection, even if my role was only temporary. Who said I betrayed them back then? I came here to fulfill Duke Inferno's last wishes. Did you now? Make the Knights of Penacony crumble and wither, leave nothing but a tomb of remembrance. Everything on Penacony related to the remembrance was my target for destruction. This was already a world of Memoria. How could I possibly accomplish this without any help? So you used, or try to use, go for wood. It'd be like dancing with the devil, but I have no better choice. I'm confused about your allegiances, girl, then. What the hell? Everything tied to remembrance includes you. My woman is the only reason you're still alive. But how did we all... But at the end of the day, you didn't do anything to... Oh, did you? Couldn't have done it anyway. Filial piety has never been one of your strong suits. You only think you understand me. Think about it carefully. As a Stellaron hunter, didn't I work my hardest to help Firefly get closer to the truth? God damn it, you're kind of right. As an ally of the Dream Master, I also helped monitor the dreamscape. When a hunter infiltrated Penacony, I seized the chance to pose her as a companion and triped her in the memory zone. As for Robin, whom he chose as his songstress, I burned away her doubts too. Betrayal is but a fleeting moment, and before it came, I wasn't pretending. Wholeheartedly became their companion. This is why you're so convincing. For a second there, I truly thought that you were with the Stellaron hunters. I never believed you were a permanent member, but I at the very least believed that you were like working with them. Those parts that burned memories wasn't that much. Oh, it was Dahlia who Sparkle found herself with. It's your dreamscape, but I guess there's no hiding from you on your home turf. Want to settle the score with me for messing with your people? Why don't we sit down and have a chat? What exactly do you want to take from me? Suppressing her power to make it a little easier for you? You're someone who knows how to return a favor. Stellaron Hunter can collaborate. Yes! Sparkle was properly working as a Stellaron Hunter collaborator, so I assume Dahlia was a similar case. Robin will understand the true purpose of those sparks and thank me for it. Huh? Stop thinking you figured me out. I never pretended I figured you out. The more I find out about you, the less I think I know what you're on about. Betrayal isn't in my nature. Greed is, which leads you to betrayal. Are you fatally wounded or terminally ill? Jesus Christ. Unless you're on your deathbed, I don't believe you're actually being dishonest. I can make an exception for you, but I don't want them to remember. Sometimes I resent memories because people don't deserve to witness my radiant bloom again in their memories. What the? Jesus. So you're full of yourself, that much we can tell. You're no better when it comes to greed. On my deathbed. I suppose that's not entirely wrong. I was hoping a little honesty could talk you into dying with me. If I try to turn you away, you wouldn't want to. Well, uncover the secrets of this place. So this is where the true flower bud pulsates with a certain rhythmic beat. Following that, crimson spores gush forth. Jeez. place isn't exactly that big, I think. Or, well, we can't see much. But this is presumably where the remains of the propagation within M4 are left. Right? This looks crazy. This doesn't look like something that would be in Panaconi. Well, I'm going to leave it here, though. I'm going to leave it here. I am tired. I am quite tired. Here, I'm going to put up my BRB screen. I'm going to close the game real quick. And then we're going to find whether someone to raid or what. I don't know. I know Nor's probably playing this right now. I didn't get to the second achievement, but if my understanding of Star Rail's pacing is anything to go by, I feel like we are probably about to hit it. That did feel kind of like the halfway point. Let's see. Do I want to raid somebody? Is Nor live already? Yeah. Okay, let's go raid Nor. They are quite early in the story, so that's nice. We shouldn't be running into spoilers. They're literally just when Robin meets what's her face? Shaban. So that's very early on in the story, in this story. That being said, we'll try to finish this on Friday. Hopefully we can finish it. I will try to not be so tired because right now I am tired. I didn't have enough sleep, I think, these past few days. So I think I need to recover some of that. That being said, I'll be seeing you over there. Let's go say hi to Nor. Let's see their reaction to the story, because I know that they were excited about it, mostly because they were more excited about Dahlia than I was. Okay, then. I'll be seeing you when I see you then. Bye-bye. No, don't die, Mizarro. Don't do that. No, I forbid you. Okay, bye-bye.